done a lot of deed. I've had it rough and tough. You know I've smoked a lot of weed. Mellow, don't you know? Well, I've learned a thing or two, like when and where I should go to, what I should or shouldn't do. I've been left alone, no company, but that's alright with me, 'cause I'm big and ugly. I'm big and ugly. I'd like to let it grow, you know I'm talking about my beard. I'll have you all know that I know sometimes it might look weird, but I got a friend upstairs whom I'll keep confiding in. I know he's there 'cause when I knock he always lets me in. Brings me peace with what it is and what is not for me. To accept what I see, they're looking back at me as big and ugly. Big and ugly. I could have been small and cute and play a flute like a dream, or sing like an angel, maybe play ukulele. But I got to work with my hands and keep dragging it along, banging on that old guitar. Sometimes I'll write a song. I lose a few friends, so it seems I got no enemies. 'Cause what you get is what you see, that's how it is with me, 'cause I'm big and ugly. I'm big and ugly. Big and ugly.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Big Uglies.
Everybody, Big Ugly, the number one show in Japan.
Japan.
Still.
Yeah. We are simulcasting across all platforms right now. We are on YouTube, our favorite X, and we're also coming to our friends on Instagram, and hopefully it doesn't crash the system. I got to tell you, it's been a real fucking wild Apple weekend. New iOS updates. My computer did a bunch of updates. Like, you know, I feel like how much of your time in life now is dedicated to software updates and firmware updates and
none.
Oh, okay. Well,
TV took a shit. Got a new one.
I was going to say you had to do a firmware update the other day because
they're like, yeah, it's probably like a firmware issue. I go, sounds like I need a new TV.
Yeah, which is the whitest reaction to have forever, by the way. Like, and by the way, I have a TV I don't use in the bedroom that I literally could have like you could have came and got, and you were just like, I'll just go to the store and buy a new TV.
Well, do you see?
So is
Once again, information could have brought to my attention yesterday.
Listen, you know, it's not like you ever go in the bedroom. You don't know that that's in there. So,
dude, is that a Spank TV though? Like, I can't.
No, No,
Like you've been spanking it to things on that TV.
not at all. Actually, that TV
TVs have like a imprint memory thing. Like you could turn it up, like
No, that-
turn it on, and there might be.
No, that TV literally existed so that my ex-girlfriend, who is a whore, could watch her programs in there while I was
Hold on. Do you think that her programming was not
oh yeah,
BBC's
First of all,
blacked.com?
she would have to know how to pull porno up on a television, and that would
She knows.
It would require some kind of air playing, and she can't even microwave popcorn. So what are we talking about?
Talking about somebody else coming into the building and putting it on the screen.
Okay, all right. Well, you're supposed to be the guy at the point of the
because I'm here all the time.
Yeah. You're supposed to be when I'm out of town. You out of town? Sometimes
people go like, "Well, your dog was barking a lot." I go, "Was he now?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I never put it together.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, he sure was barking a lot the other day.
Yeah, he keeps setting off my Ring camera. Yeah, it ain't the dog. It's what the dog is barking at. Yeah, it's funny. We had Amazon packages being stolen out of our building. All kinds of holiday Yuletide shenanigans. And I got to imagine your dog is just, on the prowl. Because your window faces the street, so he's just got to be out there like, I fucking hate these delivery motherfuckers.
He's so much more anxious than that. He's more, it was a noise.
That's what it is?
My dog's like Woody Allen.
He's gotta go.
He's aptly named Winston.
You have a Jew dog?
He really is like, oh dear.
I like how your impression of your dog is Kyle's cousin Kyle. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
I know.
Is it gonna thunder? I heard it might thunder later.
Yeah, it's so funny because you say that because what I remember you telling me about a time where there was like a loud noise on the roof or something or outside, and
anytime they do work up there,
instead of like being a guard dog and running to the door and be like, he just runs under the bed like you get it.
You could if you like just burst into my if you like burst into my room or something at night, he would just run.
Never gonna happen. Never gonna burst into your room.
I don't mean you. I mean like you, the pronoun.
Sure, yeah, the royal we. I got it.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Jameson brings up a good point. He says, "This ain't Friday, pal." Yeah, big announcement. We're not doing Fridays anymore. We don't do that anymore. No more Fridays.
No, it's just we used to do it this day during football season.
Yeah, we're actually going back to our old time slot.
Marty, we're going back to the Big Uglies from 1955.
Yeah, don't we wish? I tweeted that.
Fool was obsessed with going back to 1955.
Well,
going like, dude, something happened in 1955.
Well, he wanted to make sure he was at least a decade before 1965. He's like, everything goes to shit. That's why the subtext of that was the black mayor. A colored mayor. Maybe someday. Yeah, not if I can help it. Yeah. Thing to fucking 88 miles per hour. You're going to see some serious shit.
This thing.
Don't go back to 1955. You're going to see some serious shit. Listen, they had a black mayor and then the Biff timeline happened.
It's just like hilarious.
Connected.
Hilarious how Marty's like, Doc, come on, we gotta get. He's like, I'm gonna stay.
In the old, yeah. Nobody ever.
I'm good, Marty.
I'm all set, Marty.
Yeah, he is more content with being the spaceman from the future.
Yes. Yeah.
Than being the fucking crazy old guy in this fucking dying times where Biff is the.
Yeah, he's like, listen, the minute they elected that black mayor in 1955, I knew I needed to go back to the Old West.
It's called a DeLorean, Marty.
Yeah. He's like, Doc, is that Ted Danson's wife? Shut up, Marty. She's the mother of my children. I brought her back too. I wanted to take her back to a time before everybody knew her name.
Oh no. That's how we're starting this show.
Remember at the end of 3, it was almost like they were gonna have another sequel because he brings, they destroy the DeLorean, but then
I don't really remember the third one. It's the Wild West or something.
He traveled, like Marty gets back and the time machine gets hit by a train and destroyed, and then shortly after that, like the train marker goes off and a time machine steam engine pulls in, and it's got Doc and Clara and his 2 kids, Jules and Vern. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, we you mean to believe that at a time back when horses were pulling carriages still, you somehow figured out how to make a time machine out of a steam engine? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not with that whole shit.
Yeah. It's the flux capacitor. It's what makes time travel possible. Well, these are Negroes. They're what makes time travel necessary.
Listen, I don't want to flux on you, but I don't think they got the capacitor to be doing all of this.
Oh, this is great.
Also, there's no street lights out here. So you get real hectic at nightfall. So
yeah, he's like, listen, I'm gonna need to rent a ship to go get some plutonium from Libyans. What's Libya? You'll know in about 50 years.
Just Doc Brown just going, why are you guys chained up? Guys like, you'll see.
Yeah. Shit, yeah, it's kind of funny that there was never, at no point in the entire Back to the Future trilogy was there ever like, maybe we could go back and change the future for the better. He's like, no. We just have to make sure you don't fuck your mom.
Or you do fuck your mom.
Yeah. No, he doesn't fuck his mom, right?
He like makes sure he watches his dad fuck his mom.
Yeah, that's kind of worse. I mean, well, they're both bad. There's not.
And then the whole pod is like, Biff's gonna fuck your mom, dude. Right? You're like, shut up. No, he's not. He's like, oh, dude, your whole family started from Biff trying to fuck your mom.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Also, I don't think anybody got trilogies right except for George Lucas. And you could say it's Spielberg, but George Lucas still wrote all them Indiana Jones movies.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you were saying Indiana Jones and not Star Wars, because I was gonna have to kick you through the fucking phone.
Star Wars?
Yeah, man, but no Han Solo ain't never had sex with Princess Leia in the Star Wars.
No. Filipinos do that. A lot of Asians do that.
The Indiana Jones trilogy was good. The first Star Wars movie is the biggest piece of shit ever.
Disagree. I think it's just revolutionary.
I think you're wrong. We're supposed to know Darth Vader's a bad guy because he's all black. All right.
Yes. He's got a different color sword. And that's the guy they've been telling you about the whole movie.
Okay. I think if you go back and rewatch
the movie where they show the music will tell you he's bad, and then he's just like, what'd you say?
Oh, the music does it. Oh, the music. See,
it's called storytelling with things like the camera, the score.
Oh, okay. I like back.
Oh, do you need all this expository bullshit?
Is the scroll in the beginning not exposition? That's not open exposition.
You like that?
The laziest? No, I don't. That's the laziest shit.
Laziest. Brian De Palma told him to do that.
I know he did. You know why? Because he forgot to write a good movie.
Nah.
He forgot to write a script that actually makes sense. So he goes, you should probably tell people what the fuck they're watching in the beginning of this, because it's not obvious to anyone what's happening.
He built a whole universe, dude.
Sure he did. Yeah. I'm sure after Spielberg sat down, he's like, listen, you got a fucking clunker on your hands. I'll help you fix this.
Still made the universe.
Okay. That's like the
planet is blowing up, and you're like, what planet? Where is she from? He's got a whole book. He's got a whole book on that planet.
That's like
awesome, dude.
McDonald's brothers credit for McDonald's when everybody knows that it's Ray Kroc that made McDonald's.
They made it come out in a minute and inspired his whole everything. He even kept the name.
I know, he stole it. It's great. It's one of the greatest American stories ever.
So it is them.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're not the genius behind McDonald's.
But they are.
No, they're not. No, they're not, because it stays.
No, they are.
If Ray Kroc never comes along, McDonald's is Tommy Burger. It never goes anywhere outside of California. It never fucking makes it. It never succeeds. You better go rewatch The Founder. Talk about a movie that needed a trilogy. I needed a sequel. I wanted to see what happened.
I don't know why the fuck the prices went up. Is that in the third one?
Yeah, that's the part you don't like, is the new trilogy where everything's expensive.
McDonald's Revolutions or something.
There's a reason that I have a McDonald's tattoo and not a Star Wars tattoo. That's for sure. I can tell you that. It might as well be an American flag across my back with a bald eagle sitting on it perched. Except
it's not.
Actually, a bald eagle holding a Big Mac would be the only better tattoo than what I have.
Isn't it a French fry with 2 nuggets for balls?
No. I have a McDonald's thing that has a straw coming out of my asshole.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's as gay as I thought it was.
Yeah, I don't think you could make a gayer. That's the point, though. If you're a man who's going to get a tramp stamp, you make it gay. It has to be gay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, it does. Like, you're going to do something gay. You have to make it gay. You can't be like, no, I'm taking it serious.
So is there like veins in the straw?
No, just a red and white stripe back in the day before they had all these fucking terrible things.
So you think getting the back tattoo is just the gay part, so you might as well super gay it up?
No, that's as gay as I go. Is I have a lower back, lower tramp stamp. No, it is not. Is it? He says it's my Twitter profile pic. This is Josh Denny fan trying to get me to unblock him so I can look at his fucking. That's great if that is your profile pic. If you have my lower back tattoo as your profile pic, that's gayer than me having the tattoo.
Is it?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Because they have it, and how would they have it?
Well, actually, you know what? I think I saw this.
Did you post it somewhere?
Yeah, it's posted a couple places. But what's interesting is
you posted it?
Yeah, we posted it when I got it because it was a fan sponsored thing when we did Nobody Likes Onions. But what's interesting is I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Josh Denny fan, yours is the fresh one after I literally got it done that has the blood in it. That Melton posted. I'm pretty sure Josh Denny fan's picture that he has on his account is the very first photo taken. Oh, showing it on NLO? Yeah, that might be the case, but it was still bloody, right? It's got to be bloody.
This is gross.
Yeah, I mean, it was, tattoos are not fun.
No, I'll tell you it was not fun. The guy tattooing you.
It was a lady.
She did not have a blast.
She had a blast. We had pizza. It was a fun time. Now her assistant, she did not have a blast because she was a little fat chubbo bitch, and I was mean to her the whole time.
Why were you mean to the fat lady?
Because she was one of these, these like fat girls that just like they just a ball of sass, and they're just like, it's just bad. She was one of those, and
like you in a wig.
Yeah, pretty much. And we can smell our own. I didn't like her. I don't remember why I didn't like her, but I remember fat being a part of it. And listen, a lot of people probably say the same thing about me. I don't give a shit, Thrilling response, Carl. Really great, quick-witted. Way to be on your toes for this one.
I was gonna say something, and then
it never came to you. Excellent.
It did, but I didn't. I wonder why. I didn't know how to
for 3 weeks.
You said what?
I said I wonder why we haven't done a show for 3 weeks. Our synapses are really sharp.
All right, dude, don't be throwing fucking words like that at me. I didn't do nothing to you.
Yeah, you did. You just told me I was gay because I had a lower back tattoo.
I don't know what a synapse is, but it sounds disrespectful as shit.
Yeah. Speaking of good timing, we moved back to Tuesdays. Does it make you feel good to know that that you stopped working at a place and avoided getting shot in Los Angeles, that had to make you feel pretty good to be like, what a great time to not take that shift.
Look at God.
Yeah, is that what you said to yourself? Look at God.
I mean, won't he do it? It's just wild that I just like, this fucking place sucks. Something about it. And sure enough, there's
Looking around for DeLoreans, didn't it?
quick, Marty. That's unfortunately that's not even a response that could happen, dude. They're gonna get sued.
Yeah, no
shit. Got shot in the leg there.
Everybody. I bet the people who shot people are gonna sue them.
It's crazy that in California, that's not even insane. They're like suspects still at large. Also, in a civil case, the guy they're looking for is like suing.
Yeah, that is where California's about to go, where the people who commit the crimes are going to start suing the city or the businesses or whatever as well. If you didn't have all them juicy motherfucking diamonds in your store and shit, I wouldn't have had to rob it. He was enticing me.
I mean, there's that one story where they said, yeah, my brother was robbing you or whatever, but you ain't had no business shooting him.
Shoot him. Yes, I remember that. Remember that story? She said, you ain't had to shoot him. Even I know he was robbing you at gunpoint, but you ain't had to kill him.
That's just crazy that they up and shooting people that's robbing your stores now.
Yeah, I know he held you at gunpoint, but how dare you kill my brother, try to kill you first?
What you going to shoot him for? He wasn't going to shoot you for real, for real?
Yeah, that's a chance I'm not willing to take.
Scary ass thing.
It's so ridiculous, but we're joking about it, but that's really where we are now. You ain't had no reason. I know he was waving a gun and holding his dick and threatening to kill all these white people, but you ain't had no reason to take him out. I'm pretty sure you just listed like 4 reasons.
Do you like
one of the people on Instagram was like, this y'all fault.
do you think that you are conceal carrying under like your stomach so that like when you get robbed you just be like, oh dude, it's right here, and then you just like flip the stomach up and hit him with the
that's why I'm trying to get as fat as possible so I can store bigger guns in my folds.
Or a bunch of smaller guns.
A bunch of smaller guns would also work, yes. I would love to be able to...
So you can reach something at any position?
Full Punisher mode. I just lift up the flab, and next thing you know, I'm holding an RPG. Well, you don't have to make those noises. You make me sound like Clayface from Batman.
Clay body. You are definitely gonna like have like 19 Derringers under your armpit.
Yeah, why that gun? First of all, you and I have gone gun shopping together. When did I pick up a Derringer?
I'm just saying, I was trying to think of small guns that sounded funny.
Yeah, you assigned me a gay gun, and I gotta take issue with that.
Well, I assumed you're gonna be wearing a vest and nothing but that tattoo.
It sounds like a gun a lady hides in her pussy. Okay, so I don't want to.
Was this on a dare or?
Yes, the tattoo was a dare. Did you not? This is
Explain. Old whores.
This is old NLO lore for the people who don't know. But I have a McDonald's tattoo because when we were planning the New York trip back in 2011. One of the fans, Corey Good, owns, I don't know if it's still open. I hope so. I hope her business is doing great. But she had a place called High Roller Tattoo in Long Island. If it is still up, she does great work. Go see her, get a tattoo. Very cool lady. But she was a longtime fan of the show. And she was like, if you guys come to New York, I'll give you free tattoos. And I was like, and then out of nowhere, Patrick goes, if you got a free tattoo, what would you get? And I just said McDonald's tramp stamp. Now, I said that because when I was in high school, my other fat friend, Joel Waltz.
You offered it up.
Yes, but I'll explain where it came from. All the girls in my high school, keep in mind I graduated 2001, so we're talking like Crazy Town, Butterfly, 311 time, Incubus time. Every girl in our high school was getting tramp stamps. senior year, and we joked as fat guys, like, wouldn't it be funny to get a McDonald's tramp stamp? So it was like just planted in my mind. So when he goes tattoo, I go McDonald's tramp stamp, and then it escalates. We're on a live show like this one, but that one had a lot of people watching. And he goes, he's like, you would never get a McDonald's tramp stamp. I go, I would. And he goes, there's no way. And I go, I would do it. And he goes, I bet you wouldn't. And I said, if the fans pay for my trip to New York, I'll get it. And the money was in the account in 10 minutes. The fans had donated money to the show to the degree where it was like $2,000 we raised within like 10, 15 minutes. So then I had to get it, and I wasn't going to back out, and I got it. And it took like 4 hours. It was a long sit.
Think about it. You could be covered in tats right now if you just did that every time you want to have a tour. You have like a full sleeve of like
just sell my body to the highest bidder.
Yeah, dude. Why not?
I'll just look like a
What are you using it for?
I'll just look like a NASCAR stock car with all these brands tattooed on me.
Yeah, but that would be silly. Like somebody thinks that it's like a gotcha thing. And they'd be like, "Well, I bet you won't get the green NBA dildo on your arm." And like, little do you know, you love green NBA dildos.
Hold on a second. Green NBA dildo tattoo on my forearm? That sounds hilarious, actually. Can it be an action shot where it's bouncing off of a WNBA player's face, or does it just have to be the dildo?
I don't know, but I feel like you got a lifelong tattoo.
You guys donate $10,000 to our Patreon, I will get a green dildo tattooed on my forearm right now.
You got a lifelong tattoo.
Yeah.
For a trip.
Yeah. Well,
that makes you a thought. You're like a black girl in a P. Diddy video.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you got me. That was my black girl origin story.
You got flued out?
I did. I got flued out. I got flued out by the fans to get a tattoo. And I think we told them they could come in and watch. And I think one fan did, but I don't remember who it was. Oh, did I get removed? Can you hear me?
You're in here with audio only. Big Uglies.
I don't know what the hell's going on here. Just kicked my camera.
Well, it was just like a weight limit, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
It's all blue now. It looks like I'm doing the fucking thing with the weather.
It is the weather.
You look like Grimace. Hello. Hi. Welcome back to the show. Are you still in here? It's in the stream with audio only.
Here with audio, but I don't know why it's not detecting my Camry.
My high school was way more ghetto than that. It wasn't just 311 was like a niche thing that I was listening to.
You were listening to 311 and your girls were not getting lower back tattoos?
No, our girls were fucking Epstein
Island.
And then the other girls were twerking to Yin Yang Twins and Pitbull and shit.
Yeah, that's fun.
I mean, it depends who you are. It says your camera is blue.
No.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Big Uglies. This big giant thing over here is Cookie Monster. Yeah.
Yeah, this is just zoomed in on my
chin.
Yeah, that's what it is. Let's see. It looks like you're interviewing somebody who's in witness protection right now, like this is a true crime podcast.
And what happened after you cut a head off? You would be cutting a head off.
I would cut a head. I could definitely cut somebody's head off for sure.
You're a head cutter offer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You're a decapitator.
Means. I'm a Leonardo decapitator.
You're for sure a decapitator.
Let me.
I feel like of all the serial killer things you've seen, you fit the profile of like I can't even look at you.
Yeah, I think it's funny because you think that we both think the other person is going to murder a woman before we think we would murder a woman. Like, I definitely think you're going to King Kong a bitch accidentally. Way before.
See, accidentally is not murder.
Like, if I was going to kill one, it would have been the one that used to live here. Like,
yeah,
but so I'm not. No one's ever going to get close enough.
Think about what you said. Accidentally is not murder.
Yeah, it is.
Like, you think I'm gonna manslaughter a chick?
Yeah, which, by the way, if you manslaughter somebody you're having sex with, that's gay. Sounds pretty gay that you're gonna manslaughter one of your girlfriends.
That's gay.
That's gay. You should not manslaughter a bitch.
Yeah, but what if I'm a giant and they're little and they have a health issue or?
Yeah. See, I got to figure out how to fix this. Let me see if I can.
What's going on over here?
Go
you
back.
know, all this money we pay for a producer.
Okay.
And this is what we get. You know? I don't know what's happening. I mean, this is what we would call technical difficulties. I know it's difficulty. That's for sure. What else was happening? Well, we were trying to figure out why everything was blue and this motherfucker looked like Cookie Monster. Maybe he was just turning into the Cookie Monster eventually. Although really he just eats pizza all the time. Not really a cookie kind of guy.
There we go. Fixed it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm back.
What'd you do?
I just rebooted the browser. That's all I had to do.
Browser reboot.
Yeah. It's fucking Google Chrome. It sucks. Everybody knows it. Google knows.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Did you? We have to talk about that. So people probably wonder. People have probably been wondering where we've been for the last 2 weeks. The fact is, we've just been eating Thanksgiving leftovers nonstop.
Is that how we're perceived? Are we the leftovers for weeks, people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had leftovers. How long did you have leftovers for?
Not even a day.
Okay. Well, I had them for about 6 days. Because I made
you could have hit me up. You could have knocked on the door and be like, eat some of this.
Oh, fuck you. No, fuck you. No.
No?
Mr. Oh, I'm doing my family for Thanksgiving this year. Oh, I'm going to sit with my loved ones, but give me your leftovers, he says.
No, I mean, if you're complaining.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm just
having
people
too many leftovers. I could have took some off your hands.
Yeah, sure, but no. I mean, you did.
Sure. You don't make with the head.
you did take some of my leftovers. You had some pumpkin cheesecake, which you said was pretty good. I like how you said this is the best dessert you've ever made. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the only dessert I've ever made that you've eaten.
No, you made some other shit too.
What else did I make?
Some other gluten-free shit.
Okay, what's wrong with the gluten-free? You got a problem with gluten-free shit?
No, I just know that's how I can categorize it.
Yeah, no, it's gluten-free.
What's wrong with dessert?
Nothing's wrong with dessert. I'm just saying, you've probably made more dessert. Well, I don't know if you've made more desserts. You've definitely served more desserts than I've served. You're a real dessert nigga. If we're truthful, you like the sweets more than me.
There's a thing that Bob's does.
Big boy?
And it's just like 2 pieces of like this like chocolate fudge cake with like ice cream on there.
Yeah, you had it and we talked about it on the show.
I don't know if you have ever like tasted it.
No, I sat with you while you ate it in front of me.
But you didn't taste it.
Yeah, you let me taste it. You made me taste it.
It's a thing. It's a thing that like,
and it was.
I can't explain it to people.
I'll explain it to people. It's 2 giant pieces of chocolate cake mushed together and then waterboarded with chocolate syrup. You could have got yours
and I get chocolate syrup instead of hot fudge. So I don't want to
which
melt
is
it.
way too liquidy, and it was just it was in a pool of chocolate.
Disagree. So
Okay.
good. I just wonder, like, nobody else does that. That's a very unique thing to me, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, is this your way of saying we're going to Bob's Big Boy after the podcast?
I mean, you were just saying like, oh, desserts. And
I like a tower of onion rings. That's why I go to Bob's Big Boy.
I've never even had that there.
You know, it's
onion rings on a plate.
Oh, that's right. They don't do the tower. It's like a big old. It's like a fucking buffet.
Somebody who does a tower though?
Johnny Rockets. Remember Johnny Rockets would do the tower, and they give it a little caliente.
They don't even exist anymore.
I know. It's just insane.
You said that leftovers are abuse.
No, you said leftovers are abuse. You put that in there.
No. Are they?
I think one thing that you and I talked about, or that I said, is that I'm not cooking Thanksgiving for people next year for free. I'm not doing that anymore.
That's kind of defeats the point of Thanksgiving.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
The next year is going to be a thanks taking. I'm going to accept your thanks, your gratitude for my hard work. That's what I'm going to do. This whole, let's do every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's lesser appreciated every year.
I don't know.
So this thing where I'm doing like fucking catered Thanksgiving for 20 people and fucking 10 people don't show up because they're like, man, I'd have to drive 8 minutes. Okay, then no, I'm not fucking doing it.
Isn't that the
Los Angeles
antithesis of Thanksgiving though?
Yeah, not showing up for somebody who cooked a lot of food to make you feel good. That's the antithesis of Thanksgiving. So
why don't you just bring pie or something?
Next year it'll be a ticketed event. You can buy tickets to my Thanksgiving on Eventbrite. How about that? Josh Denny Thanksgiving. You can buy tickets.
Book it now.
It's gonna
right
be
now. Book it. Put it in the books. The Josh Denny Thanksgiving.
It's gonna be $100 a head.
Only $99.99.
Yes, the sweet entry. That'll be the preliminary price, $99.99.
And that'll get you sweet stuffing with all the fixins. Sweet.
You talking about fixins?
Sweet.
You better
macadamia cookies and
I don't make no macadamia pie. Don't start menu planning my Thanksgiving plan. You're already starting to throw out demands.
What do they get for $99? Because at Dupar's for $32.99, they get all the fixins. They get turkey. They get pie. That place is there since like the 30s.
Dupar's? Where's the Dupar's at?
That's the place that they built the Grove around and the farmers market around.
Oh, and they do the front. $33? The fuck out of here, they do.
Yeah, it was like a whole Thanksgiving.
It must be awful.
I don't know, dude. Their food is pretty good.
33. I don't think you can get a Del Taco for $33 in Los Angeles anymore. It might have used to been $33, but I bet it's a lot.
It was a dine-in thing. It was a dine-in thing.
Yeah, I don't know about that. The cost of food has gotten. That's what I think is so funny is people are like, our trolls are always like, Denny, you're so poor. I'm like, am I? Shouldn't I be anorexic? Do you have any idea what things cost in Los Angeles?
How do you think that's more of a testament of how you're sort of like a hybrid?
Okay, I'm waiting to hear where this a hybrid. Go on. Yes, I'm solar powered. Yes, I'm
just a hybrid bear hibernation sort of.
Yeah, it's you'd say this all the time. You always accuse me of eating like a faggot pigeon, and you're just like, you're only fat because you don't do stuff. And it's like, yeah, this is true.
Yeah, so like think about your body is storing it as like, well, we don't know the next time we're gonna eat. So the cost of food.
You think my body would burn it because it doesn't know the next time we're gonna move. But nope. Yeah, it is. That is part of the problem is that I don't eat enough.
What do they call fat stored energy?
Is that what it is? Because if that case, I'm
I've
like,
never looked at like a group of fat people and be like, here come batteries. Right? Like, it is.
well, this is where you're short-sighted, my friend. This
You
is why
think fat people could power a whole city like Monsters Inc?
this is why you'll never build the Matrix.
There's no way fat people have more power than stored energy.
I don't know. You don't know that. We don't know what's up in there. We don't know what fat's really made of.
It's made of fat.
Yeah, but is it though?
I don't know. Unless you got some type of weird fat that like you're.
First of all, I don't think I got normal fat.
You got some sort of fat that just doesn't mesh with regular fats.
You know how there was like beds up until like the 2000s, and then the Tempur-Pedic material came out. People were like, "Why? What is this? Where's this been? Memory foam? Why?
You have memory fat?
Why haven't we had beds like this forever? I feel like I'm made out of whatever that is, but the fat.
Listen, if you poke yourself and it stays like formed like memory foam, you go to see a doctor. Go see a doctor, dude. As a friend, I'm just telling you, if you poke yourself and it stays there, just
listen.
go.
I've been poking my fat for years and it's all stayed. So maybe something's up. Yeah, no, I don't think the leftovers are abuse. I think having leftovers is the abuse of your family and friends, because these people should all take your food and eat it. That's what you shouldn't have leftovers. They should gorge themselves to the point of vomiting in gratitude. That's what I think.
How do you feel about plate making if you're with someone?
Significant other?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we talked about this, but yeah, not my significant other of 12 years never fixed me a plate of shit anywhere. So that
you never thought that was like a red flag?
No, because I was always the one cooking and prepping everything, and like she would never fix a plate of anything, even when I was cooking in the house. So, I mean, it just felt like, her role in our relationship was like that of I've said this to many people over the years, but it became where she was like a teenage daughter of mine. So,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, which is when we really ramped up the sex. No, I'm kidding.
And our sex life got hot.
It was never better. No, but I mean, it's like at some point, and by the way, like some men don't understand this, but inevitably you will get to this point with all of them where they see you as a father figure and they rely on you like a father figure. And then they just sort of recess into being a child, your child. And you're going to get into that. You're going to get to that point with every woman. This is the thing that men have to understand is, it's like, I remember talking with my other.
That's why you got to have kids with them, I think.
I don't know about that, because I remember talking with my other buddies when we growing up, and they were like, our parents never have sex. And I go, yeah, it's because your mother became your father's daughter. Like,
never had that conversation with any of my friends.
All my friends growing up, we've all had conversations like that. Where it's just like, now I will say, my closest best friend, his mother was very like matriarchal. My buddy Sean growing up. So she was she was like the mom of the neighborhood. Did you have one of those growing up in Florida? Somebody was like the mom of the entire neighborhood. Like she would make big breakfasts and she would like count. If you came over and sat at her kitchen table, she would fucking therapize you and talk to you, whatever you needed. She was like the best. But every other friend growing up, it was just like their wives were like fucking retarded teenagers,
like winos.
Yeah, just useless. I mean, and that's a lot of what I saw. My older brother, they all sort of became like fucking dependent children. It's like I was telling you the other day, I was like, we don't like to talk about stuff that goes on other shows on our show, but I was like, the Oshkosh shit is giving me PTSD. I said Oshkosh, which is very funny, but the Oshkosh shit is giving me PTSD because everything that he's explaining away, And I think you said this to me. You go, are you watching him explain away everything that you explained away to me when I first met you? And I'm like, yep.
Dude, that shit though is like, the only thing I'll say about you is like, your shit is like anything you've shared.
Yes.
Whereas, like, this
Like,
bitch is just an
at least,
embarrassment. Like having her own show type shit.
and
Like,
I was gonna say, at least my ex never, created a podcast and went out and started talking about all the dick she was riding. I mean, that would have been that level. That then you would have come home and found a dead body in the place. Like,
there's still time. She still could do that.
I'm sure she could, but this is the thing: is she's not in the house. Remember, she was like, "I don't feel safe telling you while I'm in the house."
Yeah, right now I'm saying she could, and
Sure,
you'd be like,
but
what would it be called? Escapades and Escalades.
Jungle Fever 2, Electric Jigaboo. We could come up with all kinds of names for it. Life, yeah, starring Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence and every other black actor that's ever existed on Earth.
Harlem Nights too.
Yeah, Harlem Nights, that also would work. The Color Purple.
I just think that the Akash thing is so. I kind of want to tie it to the other thing, but it's like, isn't it funny how he tried to make this whole badge of honor thing about like being a virgin, all this other stuff, and then even her and the other chicks and the entire internet base everything off of, if the dude's a virgin, he's a loser.
Well, this even happened with the Fuentes thing yesterday when he
That's
was
what
on.
I'm saying. I'm going to tie that in, but
yeah, I mean, I commented on this on X, but it's just like this idea that like you can be like a bully in a 90s movie. You're like, this guy doesn't fuck. It's like,
yeah, that's what I said. All the chicks have become.
They've
not all become the bullies from 80s movies.
That's not an insult anymore. Like, first of all, it's like I could understand like when we were in high school and your older brothers or your older friends or whatever would pick on you and go, you just never had pussy, bro. You don't fucking know anything. And you're just like, yeah, that's probably true. And that probably is an indication of my manhood and popularity. You can buy pussy from every woman on earth now. Like,
well, the teachers are fucking the kids.
They're all prostitutes on some level. The idea that getting pussy is some badge of honor.
Teachers have their OnlyFans pages and fucking the students and shit. And you're like, you can fuck your teachers now? This is crazy.
That's the difference. Getting laid doesn't mean anything anymore when every woman walking around today has a price tag on her chest.
It's $7.99 this month.
You can watch me get railed for $10 a month.
And remember, folks, on this site, Black Friday means something totally different.
You've had that one in the chamber for 3 weeks. Yeah, it's fucking insane. And you know,
Cyber Monday, they're just ramming dildos up there.
Just give robot fuck machines. Just
and get your robot fuck machine for only $49.99 on
Stop
Klarna.
Skynet. It's not, that's no badge of honor. Like Pierce is like,
jamming a pussy on there. Stop the Skynet.
he's like, did you ever? He's like, do you ever wonder if you're racist because you've never smelled pussy? He goes, no, I don't think about that at all. Just like, it was embarrassing to watch Piers Morgan try to like bully him into like,
it's like, you haven't even had sex with a woman. He goes, well, yeah, I'm a Catholic male and I believe in waiting for that.
Yeah, he believes in abstinence before marriage, which is what a lot of virgins say. But my point is like, how out of touch are you? Like, and by the way, like, I know like half a dozen of our followers that are obsessed with Fuentes that are women that would suck his cock instantaneously if she was in the same room as him. Like, women love this kid. What? Women love this. So it's not like he can't get pussy. Like, that, the idea of that is so dumb. Like,
women want to fuck anything because it's like their only way of control.
Exactly. So my point is like, you know, for Piers Morgan to take the whole Fuentes thing down that line of like, we're going to make you embarrassed to be a racist, and we're going to show everyone that the reason you hate black people is because no one will fuck you. He's like, actually, a lot of people will fuck me. The reason I don't like black people is because look at them. It's like, he's like, do you see what they do? Do you see how they are? And I thought of you watching this. I don't know if you watched the whole thing, but dude, the how to lie with statistics shit that you bring up all the time on the show, Piers was literally doing that, and it was making my
blood. Talk about 23% or something, and you're like, yeah.
No, what he's saying is, he goes, Nick was explaining that something like 20% of black men will commit a murder or a violent crime in their lifetime. And Piers Morgan is like, yes, but what percentage of school shooters are white males? And he goes, no. He goes, what percentage of white males are school shooters? That's what we need to understand. He goes, you're trying to compare one set of numbers to another set of numbers. And the only reason you would do that is because it's the only way they're comparable. If you take a percentage of all school shooters and say how many of them are white males, it looks like it's overwhelmingly white males. But even if it was 100% white males doing the school shooting, that's still one in every 100,000 white men, every million white men. So like, and then the difference, he's like, do you not understand per capita? And literally Piers is like becoming the meme of not understanding per capita, that people make fun of black people on Twitter all the time, just being like, yeah, but how many school it's like, it's not even close. It's not even close. There were more violent crimes in the last 8 minutes of this podcast committed by black people than there have been school shooters all year.
If you count the school shootings of like a high school or a middle school or anything that got just shot up, and it's just like they shut down the football game because there was a shooting at East Memphis High School, or that's a mass shooting at a high school, but they don't count it in that regard, because then they would have to admit that there's school shooters, quote unquote school shooters, that are fucking black.
Well, we made this joke before. We're like, well, the only reason that they don't lead in school shooting is because they don't go to school. But if you look just outside the school or around the school or 5 minutes from the school in the neighborhood, who's doing those mass shootings? It would be the same as if I argued, well, white guys only shoot people at school, so everywhere else is safe.
Just hear my daughter truancy.
Isn't that LeBron's kid, truancy?
No. That's Will Smith's kid, I thought.
Yeah, no kidding for sure.
He also tried to talk shit about his dad.
What did you think of that? Did you think it was exactly what Nick said it was?
He was like, yeah, I think if I say things in jest and all that stuff, you're not going to sit there and like, my dad can't sit there and defend himself. He's just like, I know what you're doing. And, listen, the kid is way more polished than they think he is. And they're like, I'll fucking debate this twerp. And then he's just like, yeah, I'm not rattled by you.
Yeah, he also... you
want to throw him off his game? Put him... Every interview he's done where he's had to travel, so to speak, like, and go to their arena, he's different. He's Piers had let him interview from his like recording space and did it remotely. And it's just like, dude, he's way too comfortable in that spot, dude.
Yeah, that's where he broadcasts 5 days a week.
Yeah, dude,
you're in his domain. That's a road game for Piers Morgan.
Yeah, I think that's what it felt like too. It felt like a home field advantage type
Well, and
shit.
Pierce thought he hit a home run when he got him to admit he's racist. I mean, they talk about being out of touch with modern, conservatism.
So, well, these kids don't care about
So
racism shit
you
anymore.
admit
They're
it.
like, we're
Right.
too poor.
It was like he thought it was game over, and he's like, "You admit it, you're a racist." He goes, "Yeah, I've got no problem with that. Sure, racist. Go ahead."
Yeah, whatever you say.
And he's just like, "So you admit it?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've admitted. Yeah, sure." And he goes, "So you admit it?" It was like he was like, "We're done here." It's like, no, we're not. We're not done here. You're done here. I mean, dude, he fucking finished him. It was the most embarrassing display of boomerism I've ever seen on the internet. Piers Morgan looked so much like an out of touch boomer. He made Gavin McInnes look like a fucking Gen Zer on a skateboard. Like it was, he made him look like Bart Simpson. It's insane to me that you could spend that much time talking to intellectuals on a daily show that Piers Morgan does and be that out of touch with where things are trending.
Because it's like the whole, hey guys, what are we going to do to stay relevant today? Mr. Beast shit.
Yep. And well, to be honest, though, I think the way he handled that interview was obvious. Like, all it revealed was his intentions. His intention was to be the guy who got Nick Fuentes, right? Because all the criticism of Tucker and Candace and Dave Smith and Dasha and what's her name from Red Scare and all these people who have had Fuentes on, they're just like, they just keep softball interviewing him. Nobody's putting his feet to the fire. And then all of a sudden, Pierce is like, I'll be the one. I'll get him to admit he's never had sex. It's like everyone knows he's never had sex. It's kind of his thing, right?
I think the right and Jews and everyone obsessing over Fuentes is retarded when, like, the Trump administration is like not doing any of the shit that they voted for. He wants to get rid of all the people that he's appointed because it's like, all right, all this is backfiring. Like, all this shit is not going how it was planned or promised.
I've said this for a year now, is that like if he doesn't get it under control, your next president's going to be Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
I don't think they'll run her against Gavin.
You don't think what do you mean you don't think they'll run her against Gavin?
I don't think they already didn't primary Kamala.
You think they're just going to run Gavin Newsom?
Yeah.
And you think he'll win?
Yeah, because I like I said, if I have to choose between Gavin Newsom and JD Vance, I won't vote.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the choice. I think it's going to be AOC. I think AOC with Bernie as her VP. I think that's going to be the ticket.
Yeah, I don't think they run.
I think you're right. I think Newsom will be there, but I just think Newsom has been I think he'll get laughed off that big stage.
The people in California keep voting for what he thinks is good. They think he does a great job. They're so manipulated by it.
Talk about a guy who constantly lies with statistics. He's always like, we're number one in everything. And was like, yeah, talk about all the bad things we're number one in.
It's like living in a fucking Twilight Zone episode. Like, people don't understand. Like, it really is.
The gaslighting, you mean? The gaslighting is infinite.
Bro, every day we wake up, the gas prices can fluctuate by nearly $1.
I know that. I've seen.
And the rest of the country, at least there'll like be a couple of days in between or something. They'd be like, oh, gas is pretty much steady this price. Like, literally tomorrow, I could wake up, it'll be $5.35. No warning, no notice, no nothing. And they go, it's for schools and roads. They'd be like, what's up with the marijuana tax that you just to buy weed, it's like 35% on top of sales tax and stuff. And they go, oh, yeah. Well, that's for schools and roads. Like, what does the money go from the lottery and stuff like that nobody wins and you collect every week? Well, there goes the schools and roads. All right. So how come we're 49th in literacy and all the roads in LA County alone are below standards?
Yeah, our roads look like Seal's face.
And we boast that they have the 4th largest economy.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Which is infinitely declining, by the way.
They're admitting that they're stealing taxpayer money. They're literally going 4th largest economy, and look at all the tax money that we've wasted.
Well,
i.e., it's your money and we stole it.
Yeah, and if we're being honest, it's because no one's killed any of them recently enough. I mean, that's the thing we talk about. Like that is the thing that I think the Luigi Mangione thing tapped into, but it's misdirected hostility. Like, this
a healthcare fucking CEO.
That is
the guy in charge of Medicare.
Yeah. How about you go find the politician who he's putting money in the pockets of, and you take that fucking person out.
Same night. Don't go to trial for the one guy.
Yeah. The mob used to be very effective at this. This is why I say, like, America died when
montage of deaths.
Yeah. Godfather 2, right? That's what you need. End of Godfather 2. Where he fucking gets everybody.
I know it was you, Fredo.
Yeah. Is that not the most make your dick hard scene in the history of cinema?
No. I used to get my dick hard in a lot of scenes in cinema. You ever seen Unfaithful? That was a good one.
Isn't
Diane
that
Lane got me hard?
Oh, I was thinking of the Clint Eastwood Western that's Unforgiven. I was like, this nigga getting hard at Morgan Freeman and Clint Eastwood? What the hell, man?
No, what's a they said, what's a cowboy movie that gets you hard? Like, I don't know, City Slickers. That Billy Crystal really does it for me.
Oh, I thought it was Jack Palance. Palance? Is it Jack Palance? I think it's with a P, Jack Palance.
Yeah. I know it ain't Bruce Valanche.
I think I mixed the two. I think I mixed Bruce Valanche and Jack Palance.
You look like you was related to him.
Bruce Valanche?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. This no neck having motherfucker. Fuck you.
You was related to him.
Bruce Valanche? You're out of your mind.
Let me see. Pull it up. Pull that nigga up.
Dude, fuck off.
Come on, I want to see.
You look more like this nigga to me.
No way.
100%. He looks more like you than me. Pulling it up, fucking pussy.
It's only because I have glasses on. You're gonna pull up a glasses pic.
Sorry, there's only glasses pics.
I'm just saying.
Here we go, Bruce Valanche.
Yeah, that is you on the right. What are we talking about?
No, it's not.
Like you and George Lucas together.
Nope. It's gonna look like you.
Joshua. Look at that guy in the red over there.
There. This is not me. What are you, out of your mind?
If you shave your face.
Not true. These are
right there on the left-hand side with the red glasses. Is that not you?
This one here that I have pulled up, this?
Or right below it.
This one? That's not me at all.
That's you right now.
You better get new glasses, buddy.
Put on your glasses. That's not you right there sitting in the chair? I think that's a mirror pic.
That's not me at all. I love this thing too, people in the comments who go there's 4 people. You have to learn that there's way more platforms than the one you're watching on. There are 204 live viewers right now, you fucking retards. Yeah, not Bruce Valanche. I think that's a terrible, if it were, I mean, like, anybody who's looking at me and looking at those pictures, no, it's not the same person. This isn't even a good dig.
They think it is the same person.
It's not the same person. It would be a better dig if it was like accurate. Like, pull up a fat guy that's somewhat looks like me. That would be funny. It's a reach.
It's not a reach. Very similar hair.
It's not even the same color. It's blonde.
It's a strawberry brune ginger.
Sure it is. Here, we'll pull up somebody that you look like right here.
Who I look like? Who I look like? Who I look like?
This is Nigger Carl right here.
Damn.
This is you. The cops and everything. Look at you.
NC, huh?
I tried to took it back, boss.
Yeah, yes, sir, boss. Like the drink, only not spelled the same.
Yeah, that's you right there.
Yeah, I tried to take it back. Boss.
Didn't they Apple box him in this movie to make him look bigger?
Maybe.
Because I don't think his waist is at Tom Hanks' shoulders in real life.
It might be.
And
I'm not really sure about that.
Well, no, this is him with his wife, Omarosa. Omarosa ain't no 6'5". Look at this man's titties. What are these titties? Where are his nipples? That's got to be like photoshopped or something. Because everybody knows Carl. Carl definitely got nipples.
I know a bitch that like him.
Just the one?
That like my nipples?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she'd be like, I like him.
What's the show become? What's the show become?
Did you see the Chargers Eagles game yesterday? Did you see the end of it yesterday?
With Justin Herbert not wanting to do a post-game interview and like throwing his hands up and whining about it.
That's how you took that?
Mm-hmm. She was like,
throw his hands up and whine?
He went,
no, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Why is she entitled to that interview?
Because they're required to get an on-field interview with the winning quarterback at the end of the game or the player of the game or whatever. Always. Why? I don't know why, but it's the way it's always been done. Every fucking quarterback of a winning game ever that I've ever watched talks to the fucking sideline reporter at the end of the game.
But they don't have to.
I'm pretty sure the league requires it. I'm just here so I don't get.
That's him talking to the press, the whole press pool. Why is she entitled to that one? When he goes, I'm just trying to celebrate with my team, and she goes, I know, it's just, and then stood in front of him and just kept going. Why is she entitled to that?
It's her job. It's her job.
And he just did his.
Okay.
They need to get rid of them. She has no fucking purpose. That's the most useless, dumb fuck.
This is you just hating women being anywhere near a football field.
No, she has no purpose to be out there. Why can't the question that she asked, the question that she asked, why is she can't just, oh, you don't want to compete for the question in there? You want to get it first, right? Why can't she get the question after they change out of the locker room and they go to the podium when everybody else gets to ask their questions?
Because she's part of the broadcast. She's not a journalist.
Exactly.
That doesn't make your point. That makes my point.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it does. She's part of the broadcast, so she's trying to get the interview on the broadcast. She's not a journalist who just goes and sits with journalists.
You're just proving my point that it's useless and it doesn't need to exist.
I'm not saying that it does. I'm just saying.
You said I'm here so I don't get fined was during the press pool.
Now. Well, yeah, but we don't know what their media obligations are for nationally televised football games.
But he could just stand there. Instead, he was like, hey, I'm trying to sell. He's literally looking for teammates, and she's going in the way and standing in front of him. Just keep up.
She's doing what every sideline reporter has done for 30 fucking years.
Keep up. Stand next to him and do it. Why is she got to block the way? No. I understand. It's just.
No, they're supposed to stop and do the interview.
Yeah, and you go, like, she's just doing what every sideline reporter should do. Useless... Carissa Thompson and Aaron Andrews admitted to making up the stuff on the side. Yeah, Tom, we talked to him and his wrist is this, and they just make it up.
Sure.
So why it's useless? She
And
said
so-
half the time it's just stuff we
so
make up.
does every color commentator. She's not saying we're lying. She's saying we have to come up with it on the fly. It's no different than doing any show that's unscripted.
No, she literally said they would make it up.
Yeah, they're not making up stories. That's not what she meant. You're taking that out of context. They're not making up injuries. They're not making up stories.
They're making up like, hey, oh yeah, I talked to the coach and he said this and this and this. They didn't even talk to the coach.
Where
That's
do you
making up stories?
Where's that quote? Show me that quote. I don't believe that's what
Carissa Thompson or whatever. She just talked about that shit.
saying. I don't think she's saying we never actually talked to them. We're just lying.
Yeah, she did.
All right,
That's
show me
what the whole.
Send me the clip then, and we'll cover it on next week's show. I don't believe that's what she meant.
Okay.
She said we just make it up. She means no one's handing us a script. No one's handing us.
No, she didn't say we just improv it. That's not what she said. Sometimes I just make it up.
Right. Which is what I did on my television show. The entire time I would talk, I would have to make it up on the fly.
No, there's a difference between improv and no. You're literally making up facts. So you made up facts about the restaurant?
No.
It's been here since 1978, and the guy just told us this.
No, that's
what she was saying.
That stuff
she
was
would
all
do. She was making shit up.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's what she said. I don't believe that's what's happening. I believe when she said she was making it up, more than likely what she meant is I don't have a producer in my ear feeding me lines.
Which they do. She was on Fox.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Not necessarily. I only ever once in my entire television career, short-lived as it was, ever had a situation where I had an IFB in my ear and somebody was.
It's not a Fox Sports broadcast.
I understand that, but you don't know that
she does have that. 100%.
She has an IFB in her ear, sure, but do you know if they're feeding her lines?
Regardless, there's nothing to feed. They would make the shit up. That's what she's saying.
My point is hold on. My point is you don't know that. And there is a difference. Like there's a difference between having to come up with things off the top of your head. And that's probably what she meant when she said we would just make shit up on the fly. I don't think she means
she gives an example of when a coach. Yeah, she gives examples of like, yeah, they would be like, you know, when they just talked to a coach and they said, yeah, he's saying we got to play with more enthusiasm and do this. They never even talked to him. They would just say generic things that you would think a coach would say. So they would just and go to it as if to justify having her have a job.
Yeah. I mean, I guess my point is I would assume when somebody says we're making it up, they mean
well, that's what she said when she said she was making it up.
Right. She could have just meant improvising. That's my point. Is that it's a big difference between having to improvise stuff off the top of your head and having somebody feed you scripted information through an IFB in your ear. And I'm sure I'm sure that distinction is the only distinction she was trying to draw. I don't think she was saying we just lie on the sidelines. I don't think that's the point.
Okay. You could just pull up the article about it, but I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
it's 100% her saying we make it up. It's been how it is for years. Sometimes you don't have anything to go on or anything, so you just say something generic that you think a coach would say, or after coming back from, like if they read the injury report and his ankle is this, they'll give the real injury report and then just go, yeah, and they'll hope to be back out there soon.
Dude,
it's just like,
bro, the fucking AI overview literally fucking says exactly what I said. Chose the wrong words when talking about halftime reports. She's saying she didn't lie. I need to address the elephant in the room responsibly myself on Pardon My Take podcast. I've said this before, so I've met five for saying it. I would make up the reports sometimes. This was the original thing. In her Instagram post in response to that, she said, working in.
That's why she can't to apologize.
Okay, but my point, she goes, I chose the wrong words.
On the podcast, all right.
So never lied about anything or been unethical during my time as a sports broadcaster. She elaborates. She added that if a coach did not provide any info, Thompson would use information she had gathered and saw the first half to create her point. So that's just improvising.
Shit up.
It's not. It's improvising. It's not making shit up. Making shit up.
But that's improv is something that you do. She literally said
Yes.
if they don't have anything to go by and they didn't talk to the coach, she would just see stuff that she observed. And she literally said she would make shit up. And on the podcast, she went into detail, but she had to give that statement because of the backlash. She's justifying her having a job. The company is justifying her having a job by saying,
yeah, the whole listen, your point is that you don't think they're necessary at all.
It's useless. It's absolutely useless. And she admitted to it. She admitted that she make up useless information, and it's so useless we believe it.
Then just say that. But you don't have to try to convince me that she's been weaving lies on the sideline for me to agree with you that they're an unnecessary part of the game.
I said she even admitted that they say that shit, that they make it up on the sideline.
No, she's saying that again, it's not the way you framed it in the beginning is like she's just lying, and it's not. She's just she's creating content on the fly, which is what you have to do when you're doing color commentary or you're doing that kind of shit.
She's absolutely useless. And I said from the jump it was useless. And you said you just don't want women on the football field. No, but it's useless.
No, but I understand that. But you don't want women on the football field. Just say that.
It's nonsensical information.
Sure. I'm not telling you can't not want women on the football field, but you don't have to end around to explain your logic as to what. Just say I don't fucking like them. I don't think they're part of the game.
Regardless of who that is, I said end the sideline reporter. They're the ones that make it women.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be anybody. It doesn't have to be anybody.
Exactly. That's what I said.
But
the person they're going to after a game, when they could just go to the fucking press room and get a story or get any kind of information on there, is ESPN.
But the reason they don't, but I'm explaining to you, the reason they don't do that is because they're part of the broadcast.
Yeah, well, they're gonna lose viewers anyways when the way that people can't even watch Monday Night Football anymore. Even if you have a fucking thing from YouTube TV or Disney Plus or whatever, they go, oh, do you also have a ESPN streaming pass on top of this? They're gonna continue to lose viewers, and when they tune in, that's what they have to see. That's the highlight they see is this broad.
But my point, the argument I would make, though, is the sidelines reporters have been there for 30 years. That's never been the thing that's affected ratings. The shit you're talking about is ratings.
Yeah, but it's spilled over. Now the analysts are all that.
Is affecting the ratings. So what
they
I mean,
went from sideline reporter to at the desk.
I didn't even finish my point. My point is, the fucking sideline reporter has been there since the 90s. It never affected the ratings. The other shit you're talking about, the not being able to access games properly, way too many fucking commercial and ad breaks in games on streaming. You have to watch the same commercial fucking 100 times in a broadcast. Those are the things that are going to kill the sport. The sideline reporter at this point is like the least of their concerns. What's going to kill the sport is the lack of actual like talent-based drama, compelling storylines. Like when in the heyday of football, when we were watching, what was compelling about watching football were the rivalries: Manning versus Brady, Breeze versus Brady, shit like that. You don't have any of that anymore. There's no player-on-player rivalries. They don't create that narrative at all anymore with the production. They're literally like, hey, it's football, watch it.
I think regardless of that, that's first. It's like the slippery slope thing. They have them be sideline reporters, and then how they've changed ESPN and how you watch it. They go, well, he really shouldn't talk like that because there's that's a female reporter. How Cam Newton came out, the female reporter. Now there's locker room rules and stuff because hey guys, we're trying to be in the locker. It's just. There's not a single place that they've gone where they don't feel entitled to that. And the sideline reporter now feels entitled to this information.
That's something I agree with, that you think that the media.
So now that the media's entitlement has now it does affect viewership. Because now I've tuned everything out. I haven't watched ESPN all week because they've been preaching to me with their shitty fucking lady at the desk analytics, right?
Yeah, but it's no different than when all the racism shit was brought into football and everything was fucking kneeling for the anthem and end racism and all that shit. That shit probably cost them way more viewers than this. I guess my point is that like whether it should be part of the game or not, it is. And when somebody like Justin Herbert throws a fucking fit about
I don't think he threw a fit.
I think he did. He had a fucking puss face on when he was.
Yeah, but so what? She's entitled to nothing.
Well, it's her job. It's her job, and everyone has to do it until they change that rule.
Yeah, but that's not her job. That's my point about the bringing up Carissa Thompson and Aaron Andrews. Their job is useless, and they've admitted to making up stuff when they aren't given anything.
Sure, but every fucking football game, the bitch talks to the quarterback of the win.
Shoehorned in.
Yeah, but it is the way it works. It's part of the product.
Yeah, and the product stinks right now. So How do you change it? Just go, nah, that's okay. I'm gonna go to the locker room. I don't know. You're not hounding Jalen Hurts. He just died. He just lost. Go hound him.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
First of all, I think it would be hilarious if they interviewed the losers, just like on basketball. That would be great. They don't. They should. That would probably make the product better.
Yeah, but then so that's my point. They pretend they have this like ethical thing where they're like, well, I mean, the guy just won. Obviously, he could talk to us. And you go, why? Why can't you wait where the rest of the press does? Oh, because you're part of the broadcast.
Yes, that's the distinction.
You already you made shit up about him half the game. Now you want to like, let's get to the real truth. We were saying all this stuff earlier. Is that true? And he'd be like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about.
I think that's a gross mischaracterization of the whole thing, but
so is him having a hissy fit. He goes, he's just trying to look past her.
Not a gross mischaracterization. He looked like a fucking whiny faggot at the end of the game.
He didn't whine.
He went, ugh.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
she did.
She
goes, I know. He goes, yeah. He's looking past her. He's like, I'm trying to find my teammates. I'm trying to celebrate with my teammates.
No, and she goes, can we just get and then he goes, like, fine.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? She deserves nothing.
There's nothing wrong with it. It is cunty. He comes off like a cunt.
Being entitled like she was is the cuntness to me. He's meeting her energy.
Okay, great. Then they're both
blocking him from where to go. Bitch, keep up. Walk side by side with me, you goofy bitch.
She was trying to keep up with him.
Wrong. She got right in front of him and she went like this. She got in front. She goes, I know. And she puts her hand on his chest and he goes, I know. Can you just real quick? He said, I'm trying to celebrate my teammates. She goes, I know. Can you just?
Let me pull this up.
She was blocking from where to go.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a trip down, side effects like dizziness can throw me off.
Again, I don't know why my fuck.
Yeah, I'm trying to celebrate with my team.
No, I know, but can we just talk to you really fast?
See? She's sidestepping, getting in front of him.
At no point did she put her hand on his chest. You completely made that up.
Look at her left hand. What are you talking about? Go back.
No, she's literally just trying to like
go back. Yes, she does.
She's trying to position herself for the shot,
blocking him from going that direction.
I'm trying to celebrate with my team.
No, I know, but can we just talk to you really fast?
That's not her left hand on his chest.
That's not her left hand on his chest. What the fuck are you talking about? Her left hand is down just to his side.
She literally just touched his chest. I know, and patted him on the chest. Can we just talk to you really fast and position and change position?
The coach walking by pats him on the chest. She doesn't pat him on the chest.
Oh my
she doesn't
goodness, bro.
This is where this is an annoying thing that you do. When someone just doesn't automatically agree with you, you embellish the story, man. She doesn't touch his chest. She doesn't cut him off. She's trying to keep up with him and she's trying to frame him for the camera.
She's in front of him. She can walk side by side.
Yes,
she can walk on his right shoulder.
It's called
still be in the shot.
called cheating to the broadcast. She's trying to guide him to face the camera so
he
that
could face the camera and be on the other side. She is wanting to be in front, be the shot.
it's not about wanting to be there. She's not even fucking facing the camera herself.
Get the fuck
You're
out of here, dude.
You're drawing so many conclusions.
No, you are. Where's his hissy fit you climbed about? Him being a whiny cunt
I'll
hissy
show you.
fit.
It hasn't happened yet. You were saying
This is already cunty where he goes, I'm trying to celebrate my teammate. I know, just real quick.
yeah, because
Cunt.
it's your job. Because
Cunt.
it's your job.
What was it
That move right there is cunty. Watch this.
like with you? Can we just talk to you really fast? What was it like to watch the interception there that sealed this game for you guys to get this win?
What, can we just talk to you really fast? What if he says no?
Then he would deal with the consequences of that, and they
Right,
would.
then you say, oh, he's so fucking rude, blah, 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 blah. What
They
they
are-
already exactly. They already said that. And all he was saying is he's literally looking around saying, I'm trying to celebrate my teammates. She positioned herself to get in front of him and say, I know, can we just talk to you real quick? She could have walked shoulder to shoulder with him, do a walk and talk like a procedural show.
Yeah, because the camera wasn't in that position.
Oh, but the camera would have to step to his left like he could.
Yeah,
they
and
force it.
all
It's
she's
shoehorned that way.
All she's trying to do is be like, the camera's this way.
Hi, I'm forcing this useless fucking job on you. Tell us how it looked when you watched the interception.
Hey, listen,
Her
man.
question is garbage
Carl,
on top of it.
Have you ever been hired to do a useless job? Did you recuse yourself because your job was useless and say, no, thanks, I won't take the money?
They think their shit is important.
It's not about that. My point
Yes, it is.
no, it's not. She doesn't hire herself. She didn't hire herself for the job. So your issue is not with her. Your issue should be with the league or the fucking network or whoever made the decision that needed to be part of the broadcast. But if somebody hired you to do that job, you'd try to do the fucking job.
If she goes out there and he goes, I'm trying to celebrate my teammates. She goes, okay.
Yeah, and do you think it's possible she would be reprimanded for not getting the end game?
What happens though, Josh? She gets fired.
She could.
Then there's a fucking a rally behind her, like she shouldn't be fired, and we have to justify her useless job.
I don't know. It's never happened.
Exactly. So him saying what he said is not a hissy fit.
Yeah,
oh my god. If that's cunty, she's a mega cunt.
Okay,
She's just following orders. She's just doing her job, right? She's a cunt.
That's what you're supposed to do.
She's a cunt.
Yeah, this is too much player bias from you, where you're just looking at this like, I would be annoyed. I don't want to deal with it. It's professional football. The broadcast is part of it. I don't think she's doing anything out of pocket. She's doing her job. Now, if you don't think that job should exist, that's fine. But she's not doing anything wrong. He's the one who has an obligation to participate.
He doesn't.
In
No,
the
he doesn't.
Yes, he
No,
does.
he doesn't.
How do you know that?
No, he doesn't.
Is it in there?
You just said he does. You
don't. I don't know that he does any more than you know that he doesn't. You don't know.
He doesn't. You just said he has an obligation.
Yeah, because they all have to do it. I've never seen someone not do it. Has anyone been fined for not doing it?
You said he has an obligation.
Interview. I'm going to pull it up.
They just have to do post-game media.
Yeah, that could include sideline reporting and denying a sideline reporter a post-game interview. Numerous athletes in the NFL, NBA, and WNBA have been fined for refusing to participate in post-game interviews.
That's in the locker room scrum at their locker and stuff.
Specify that it's only that, Carl.
That's the locker. So find the sideline reporter post-game interview. If anybody's done that, you're the one that says they have an obligation for that. I said it's post-game media.
Hold on. Rob Gronkowski, also known for avoiding media through large specific fines for post-game interviews, are not as prominent as when Lynch was fined. So yes, he's been fined for not doing post-game interviews.
Yeah, but that's not the sideline
Is
reporter post-game.
It's not a press conference.
No, the post-game interview exists at their locker. It's at the locker scrum.
It could be
That
either.
consists as exactly. So saying Gronkowski getting fined for that.
But it's so the point is
find the ones that says he has an obligation to talk to the chick on the field. You said he does. I say they don't.
well, first
They
of all,
just have to do post game meeting. He goes, if he said no, I'm going to be in the shower. I'll come out. You can talk to me when I'm out. What's the difference? He'd still be doing post game media.
yeah, the league, it just says the league mandates player availability for interviews to satisfy media demands. So I'd be willing to bet that the demand of the broadcast company is that the players are available for post-game interviews.
But as long as they're available for post game media, it's fine. He doesn't have to sit there and do it.
Just going back and forth. The point is the contract. I'd be willing to bet the contractual obligation that the NFL agrees to when a company like CBS or whatever agrees to broadcast their game is that the players have to participate in interviews before and after the broadcast as the broadcast sees fit. So anything would be a violation of that on the NFL's behalf. And it could put them in breach of contract with the broadcast company.
We don't know that.
I know that because I know television contracts, Carl.
You don't know that that's what's in there. Just,
I know more about
the military is the one that paid
more about this than you do. I know more about this than you do.
How?
Because I've read, edited, worked on television contracts, and I know what kind of clauses are in there in terms of media participation.
Okay.
And I know that if you sign a deal to do a show or any kind of broadcast, your media obligations as part of participating in it are written into the deal. Same thing with
find it if it's really specific on there instead of just vaguely saying post game media interviews.
Hold on. Why is the burden of proof on me?
You said he has obligation because I said he doesn't.
You're the one asserting he doesn't. So show me that he doesn't.
You started with he has an obligation. I said no, he doesn't.
It's term of the broadcast. Why would they get fined?
I
told you. I found. Hold on.
You said he got fined from post game medias. You didn't say he got fined by the broadcast.
It doesn't. First of all, they don't get fined by the bot. They get fined by the league, and it's because they're in breach of contract with the media companies and the broadcast companies.
Okay, but the league also is fining people. The league is fining people for penalties that are on the field.
Yes, and that is also part of their player safety initiatives. Part of the other.
No, it's egregious. The players never agreed to getting penalties, paying for penalties that happen on the field.
You just moved the goalpost. Now you're talking about penalties because you're losing the first point. You don't have anything that says they don't have any obligation.
You're the one that said he has one.
He does. They have.
Where is it?
NFL players get fined for not talking to the media because it violates league policy.
The media. Where is the thing about the broadcast? The media is at the locker room, at their locker. That's the media.
First of all,
that's where they're at.
The media is all encompassing of all of that.
Right. So as long as the player is still available for that, they're meeting the obligation.
Yeah, but I'd be willing to bet that there is a contractual obligation for the broadcast.
You're the one that said it. I'm telling you that is not part of it.
You can't prove it. Prove it to me. Prove to me it's not part of it.
You're the one that stated it is.
No, and you're the one that's stating it isn't.
All he says right there is
media. No. Media includes all of it. You show me where
yes.
You show me where
he said he has to do the broadcast sideline interview.
You show me where it excludes television broadcast interviews. You show me where it excludes it. The proof of this argument is not on me. It's on you.
Yes, it is. You're the one that stated that he has an obligation to it.
It says it. They have an obligation
to media.
Post-game.
To media. That's post game at their locker where the media will be.
Television broadcast is not media.
They're allowed in the locker room.
Yeah, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You have nothing that supports your argument other than just show me.
What do you mean?
Not being able to you have no proof that television broadcasts are excluded from the media policy.
I didn't say they are.
You just fucking did.
No, I didn't. I said all media. That includes all media at their locker room. It includes all media.
But the media policy, as it's
That's
listed,
it. That's how it's obligated. That's the obligation.
fuck up for 5
You have to be available for the media.
No,
it includes all of them.
Now, hold on. That the snippets you get on AI. This is why I hate that you use ChatGPT everything, because you think whatever ChatGPT.
I'm not Googling anything. I don't have a laptop open. Nothing.
But I know this is how you get your information, because this is what you send me.
What the fuck are you talking about? No.
This is what you send me when you argue with me about shit, and this is what I'm going to tell you. The fucking snippets you get on Google do not outline the entire media policy as it breaks down by print, by social media, or by television broadcast. I'm telling you that there's a high likelihood that the NFL has an agreement with broadcasters as to what the level of player participation requirements are. And
yeah, they have media people on the field for the team.
No,
who direct you and steer you to places too.
Hold on. That has nothing to do with the broadcast product itself. That's a different thing. That's run by NFL team comms, run by NFL team media departments. They interface with the broadcast people, but they don't dictate what the contract.
They could literally easily say that. Yes. Sorry, he's not doing an interview.
I'm going to end the fucking show, dude.
Okay.
Let me fucking finish a sentence instead of interrupting me. That doesn't encompass what the agreement is between the league and the broadcast company for what the required participation is of the players for the games that are broadcast on national television.
What does that have to do with the media people that are part of the team that would direct you to what interview you go to? So they could have easily been on the field and go like, nah, he's not doing this one. Catch him at his locker.
Yeah,
they do that.
Yeah,
they're media people for that.
And I bet he would get fined. I bet.
But you're saying I bet he would is different than actually happening. Why did Marshawn Lynch get fined? Because he didn't make himself available to all the media at his locker. How did he meet the obligation? Saying I'm just here so I don't get fined. He didn't have to do that on the sideline in between games. When they would talk to him, he was just like, yep. When they would talk to him on the sideline and stuff, he would go, yep. Eating sunflower seeds and Skittles and shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's media people on the team. The NFLPA will tell you, you have to meet the obligation of that. That's why Gronk got fined. They got fined at the locker room. They get fined for cussing or talking shit about the refs, all that shit. You have to meet the obligation by doing that. But it doesn't say on the field by a sideline reporter and don't do it doesn't meet the obligation.
All right. So first of all, the one thing I found is that as of 2024, it is required for head coaches to give mandatory live in-game interviews.
That's the thing that I said about Carissa Thompson and stuff. When they would do this, they mandated the rule because they weren't talking to them before and they would just make shit up. And like, yeah, the coach is saying they need to play with more enthusiasm. He didn't say that. They made it up. So now they had to put a rule in that a coach has to come and talk to these broads to justify their job existing. That's how this whole thing started. I said the sideline reporter shouldn't exist, and they shouldn't have to do that interview.
But what you don't understand is that the blanket media access policy is not the same as an NFL's contractual obligation for in-game broadcast requirements.
The players only required to meet their obligation to the union and stuff like that. If the league decides to fine them, they can, try the arbitration and all the other bullshit that can try and get an appeal on it.
Process of litigating this, but you're trying to tell me that they are only required to satisfy
be available to the media. Yes,
but you don't know that that's their only requirement. You don't know that they don't also have broadcast in-game media requirements.
The sideline reporter rule is only for head coaches.
You don't know that. The 2024 one was for head coaches.
Yes, they don't have a rule like that for players yet.
You don't know that.
Yes, we do. That doesn't exist.
Show me that they don't have it. Show me the policy that stipulates that there is not a requirement.
The league put in a policy for the coaches, not for the players for that.
But you don't know
to do halftime interviews.
The same thing of using statistics to argue like how to lie with statistics. The fact that they updated, they added a policy for coaches in 2024.
They didn't add one for players.
It doesn't. They might have already had one for players. You wouldn't need to add one for players if it already existed. There might not have been a mandate for coaches.
Well, I don't know of anyone existing. That's my point.
They've never not done end game interviews, Carl. They've never not done them in broadcast. You don't think it's a requirement?
No, they have to be available to the media, though.
This is fucking stupid, and I'm not doing it. Forget the media access policy. It has nothing to do with broadcast requirements.
Dude, I can't pull it up, but I would say just pull it up.
I have it up. I have it up. What I'm telling you is,
what is the rule called for the coaches?
No, Carl. The media access policy has nothing to do with what the broadcast media availability policy is.
It doesn't. Does it say that doesn't count?
It's not part of it. It's not the same thing.
Exactly. So look at the verbiage on the coach policy and type that in the NFLPA and the NFL rule book and see if that is even a policy for the players.
Well, it
use the same verbiage, instead of coaches talk to the reporter at halftime, whatever rule, use the same verbiage and look that up. And don't use AI.
First of all, I never use AI. You're the one who uses AI.
You're the only thing you looked up so far you read was from AI.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's from the actual media access policy that's published.
You said the AI summary of something. That's what you read to me.
No, because that's what you were reciting to me. Was it verbatim, word for word?
I have nothing up.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you have it up, but I'm saying your words were the exact same thing as the summary.
Well, then I'm pretty good at the AI is either onto my case or what?
Let me see. Hold on. Each club must bring the head coach in at least once. Yeah, this is all about the post-game presser stuff. There's nothing to do with broadcast policy. This is riveting for the fucking fans, I'm sure.
I think it is. I think they like it.
I'm glad. Yeah, people love conflict. But this is a thing you love to do. You love to argue the absence of information.
You're the one that brought up a policy thing. Now you have to look it up and prove it. I didn't bring up a policy. I said it's useless and their job shouldn't exist.
Yeah, but I'm telling you it's mandatory and you're telling me it's not.
Yeah, I'm just saying the only obligation they have is the overall media one. It doesn't say you have to talk to a sideline reporter. Only head coaches have to do that. And I'm pretty sure head coaches have to do it for halftime is the rule. Which is also annoying because like, what are you going to tell your team at halftime?
Yeah.
Why the fuck am I going to tell you?
First of all, the AI it's in the CBA. So I'll just pull up the CBA. It says players are required by league rules to be available to the media, including sideline reporters after games and during the week.
During the week?
Yes.
Like only when you're at the facility, though, right? Not like they could call your house and
the
shit.
Collective bargaining agreement forces players to be available to the media after games, including post-game interviews with sideline or locker room reporters. So it's both required. It's required. You lose. It's required. Now what?
Where's that? What?
It's in the fucking CBA, Carl. It's in
Where's
the
that at? You bring up everything else. You bring up videos of fat people and shit, and I can't see it.
What's loading?
Oh, and now it's loading.
Yes, it's loading. It takes a minute to load a fucking PDF document. It's enormous. It's also in the New York Post article about the story. The collective bargaining agreement, this is New York Post, forces players to be available to the media.
What year was that?
include. It's from the fucking Justin Herbert story, Carl.
No, the CBA year.
Oh, I don't know when it's still loading the CBA. I think 2020 was the last one.
Okay.
Let's see here. Rookie compensation. Let me find, man, this is an enormous document. Is there a way to parse this? Let me do a control F here. Media kicker player slotted cost percentage methodology. Boy, these amendments are crazy. But yes, it is in the New York Post Justin Herbert story. It is required by the CBA. And let's say I go through and I find it, then what? What reparations do I get for being right after arguing with me incessantly that you are right and you're wrong? It's a bad look.
Where is it? Where is it?
I'm trying to pull it up, Carl.
Well, stop saying I'm wrong. I can't see it.
Well, you're wrong if based off the New York Post article.
Oh, this went in 2021. By the way. So this policy has been in place for the last 4 years. So no, it hasn't been always. And when I signed contracts to play professional football, this wasn't in there.
Yeah, but do you have are you
2021, in essence, 2021 player media engagement, adapting the format. And it was designed to have no boycotts allowed.
What section is that in the CBA? What section is that?
Player media obligation.
No, what article?
What the fuck? It says Rule 17. Hold on. This is riveting.
Yep. Well, either way, it's in the New York Post article, which I can pull up. To add this other screen. Stop that screen. Add this screen. You haven't found it yet?
No, I have this thing from the NFLPA though. It says, though the CBA requires player media to be available post-game and weekly, but recent NFLPA advocacy pushes for voluntary moves to sideline or off-field interviews to protect player privacy.
Yes, pushes for is not implemented, and it's not in the CBA yet. Yes, of course they want to do it because they think like you think.
No, this changed. It's because this changed in COVID in 2021. They put this in, and essentially they feel the media has just been abusing this and feels entitled ever since.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Existing policy flexibility. The media access policy already allows for interviews outside the locker room, and the goal is to make this was a standard practice. See, they took the 2021 COVID rules, and they're just like, hey, we can't really be in the locker room because of all the things. So why don't you just do the interview out here? because close quarters and moving all that shit. That's how they got around it, and now it's still in place for the last 4 years. The CBA and league rules mandate player availability after every game and weekly during practice, ensuring media access. That's what I was talking about. It has to be at the practice facility or something. Because,
that's weekly. That they are required to participate in-game sideline interviews.
Post game.
Yeah, whatever. During the broadcast.
Only the coaches are required in game.
Mid game, they're the only ones who have to do a halftime one.
Yeah.
Players don't have to be available during the game, and they've never been required to do it. I've never seen anyone interview.
This goes to my point, where especially where it says the NFLPA advocacy.
Apology accepted, by the way, for vehemently arguing with me that it's not required, and it is.
What do you mean? You're not even letting me read this part.
Go ahead.
Where you said advocacy or whatever. You said I'm willing to bet because I know all about the TV contracts and shit like that.
Well,
that they would get fined, and this from the NFLPA advocate saying that their advocacy is pushed for voluntary moves to sideline interviews to protect player privacy. So basically saying the NFLPA pushback, especially with that shit, would be he wouldn't get fined.
Yes,
but if he said no.
Yes, but that isn't the case now. That's just what they're pushing for.
But that is my entire point.
No,
if he said no, what would happen?
Carl, go back and watch this episode. You literally argued with me for 30 minutes that he's not required to do it. You argued with me for 30 minutes that he's not required to do.
And I said he's not, as long as he's still available.
No, Carl, he is. He is.
Sideline / off field.
No. Sideline and off field. Sideline and.
This is a slash. Sideline / off field interviews to protect player privacy.
Hold on. The collective bargaining agreement, this is from the New York Post, forces players to be available to media after games, including post-game interviews with sideline or locker room reporters. Either one.
Or.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not required to do the sideline one. And I'm telling you.
It doesn't say and.
Okay, I'm done. We're done with this.
He doesn't have to be on the sideline. If he said no, and I just saw how the NFLPA, he wouldn't get fined because they've been pushing for them to stop doing them.
He would get fined. Them pushing for them
There's no guarantee he would get fined.
There's no guarantee he won't get fined.
You said you're the one that said, and I'm willing to bet he'd get fined. I said NFLPA pushing for the advocacy to stop it. They've only been doing it since 2021, not since the beginning of time, like you said.
First of all, they have been doing sideline reports with players after games since the beginning of time with the league.
Where it's this obligation that you're claiming.
They've always been obligated to do it. They've always had to do it. There's never been a football broadcast that hasn't ended with a player interview ever in the history of football.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, maybe when a fucking Zeppelin crashed into a stadium one time.
I don't even know what that is.
It's just
fried Italian.
It's just insane to argue something that you can't prove to the degree that you do.
That's why you tried to say you can prove that.
I didn't try to say, I did prove it. It says they're required to do sideline or post. They have to be available for all of it. It's all of it they're required.
No, it says or. It says or.
Yeah, doesn't mean they get the choice, Carl. They have to do both.
No, it doesn't say both. It doesn't say and. It says or. What does or mean?
Yeah, it doesn't mean
or the other.
No, it doesn't necessarily mean that.
Or the alternative.
No, it doesn't mean that.
Yes, it does, buddy. I'll give you one. Okay, I'll tell you right now. Hold on. You want or? I'll give you or. Do you want pussy or dick? Does that mean both?
I don't want either.
You don't want either.
I don't want either one.
You have an obligation for one of them, okay?
Yeah, not in my contract.
You want the sideline or the locker room, buddy? That's what or means. It does not mean both.
But this is my point. It's just you will.
She feels she is entitled to it because we just got to the bottom of it. 2021, these COVID rules.
She's entitled to it because it's her job and she's required to do it. That's why
her job is stand on the sideline and make shit up.
No, okay. Well, you show me her job description, and I'll tell you that that's not what her job description says.
Her job description is what? It's not stand on the sideline and make shit up.
I bet it's not written in her job description. No.
What do you think is written in there? You're doing a lot of betting for not betting. You just be saying, I bet it's not, and then it is, and then there's no bet.
Do you think her actual job description has written in it, stand on the sideline and make shit up?
I know it doesn't say get in the way of the guy trying to get to celebrate with his teammates. I know it don't say that.
You don't think it says anything like it is your job to get post-game interviews? You don't think she's required to get post-game interviews as part of her job? And you don't think that there's verbiage in her job description that says that she must be zealous in her pursuit of post-game interviews, meaning persistent and overcome objection in order to get them because it's her job? Come on, man. You're not this fucking... You are this stubborn, but you're not this stupid.
No, I think it's all entitlement, and she's like, they're not letting me. This is... Well, they have to. We tell them so.
Well, I'd be willing to bet.
Literally going, no, I'm not. I'm going to go celebrate with my teammates. You can catch me in the locker room.
I wish next time he would do something like that so that we can answer this question, because I bet he would have got fined. I bet if he would have...
Now you're betting with something you can't prove again.
Yeah, because it didn't happen. You can't prove that he would get or he wouldn't get fined.
So it's insane to me that you're trying to bet and prove something that you can't. It's literally what you're trying to do.
No, Carl, the policy is on my side that they are required to do all of those media obligations. You're trying to argue with me that there's some stipulation that they don't have to do sideline reporters. I'm telling you that's based on nothing, and you're full of shit and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I'm correct in that.
No.
You can't just say no.
Yes, I can.
It's such a nigger black woman way to have a debate.
No, it's not. You're bullshit. You use this thing where like everything redirects to me. You didn't even not one time bring up the fact that I told you I've signed professional contracts in which that wasn't a part of the CBA at the time.
20 years ago.
And you've done a TV sports contract since then?
No, I've done
that has to do with fucking the CBA. You've done a collective bargaining agreement since then?
No, I've done a television.
Do you deal with a union ever?
Carl, I've done a television media contract.
Right, which I've dealt with my fucking union since 2015.
10 years. Right.
That it's still active in. It's still the same fucking thing. What are we saying?
Hold on a second.
So you're acting like you just act like I don't know how fucking contracts work between TV people.
No, I'm not saying you don't know how they work, but who comes to who for advice when you have problems with contracts? Don't do this thing where you act like I have no credibility for the sake of this argument and then be the guy.
That's what you did to me.
No, be the guy who comes.
No, that's what you did to me, though.
Help me with this because I don't understand it all the time.
No, that's what you did to me, though.
No, it's not what I do.
Yes, you said I know way more about this than you do. You never dealt with this or any of that shit, and I literally had to shoehorn in my professional football and television experience.
1 year ago. But then why do you not know the answer to this?
I just said it wasn't in. They put it in 2021.
Right, but the media obligation for sideline reports, you don't think that existed?
2021. That's when I just read for the CBA was in there.
Carl, that's when
I signed a contract, it wasn't in there.
Carl, that's when the policy update was in. Okay, and I don't know the difference between an NFL futures contract and what an actual contract looks like. There could be differences.
I signed a contract in Canada as well. Another fucking league.
Right.
Another union.
Different union with completely different broadcasts.
Okay,
they don't apply to the NFL.
It applies. We have media people in college that you have to deal with and stuff.
Yeah,
it applies.
Yeah,
it applies because they tell you you're a media. There's a thing called media training, and everybody knows it. And that's why some people have said that they have gotten way more entitled in the last 5 years when it comes to media and stuff. And it's why the NFLPA I just read is pushing back on it.
I don't disagree with that at all, but they are required to do it as of now. It's
right.
So
So you said the beginning of time since every football game ever. It's not true. When I had a contract, it was not true.
First of all, you didn't have what is the difference between the contract you signed and an official 53-man roster contract?
The money.
You don't think there's other terms? You don't think a practice squad contract or a undrafted free agent contract is
you
different?
Still have to operate within the bylaws of the union.
And you remember
everything still applies to you. You're still protected by the union. There's still everything. So all the bylaws you have to abide by. So if you have to be available for, because they're going to film some children's hospital thing that you're going to go with to the fucking team, that's part of your media obligation.
Sure. And how many broadcast games did you participate in as an NFL football player?
0.
Right. So it would suffice to say that you didn't necessarily have to be well versed in that part of the contract. Just like I didn't have to be well versed in the part of the contract where if I got injured on the job, because that never happened. So it's like my point is that it's and the reason I say
but you've never seen any of their contracts. You're assuming all that stuff and then condescended me by saying like I know way more about this shit than you do.
Yeah, I do know more about it than you do. I know more about legal contracts, period, than you do because I've had to sign and deal with a lot more of them than you do. Commercial real estate contracts, likeness agreements, fucking television contracts, licensing agreements, subcontractor agreements, contracts across the board in multiple industries. That's why when you have a question about contracts, you come to me. I don't come to you. So don't be a guy who goes, hey, you're like kind of like the guy I go to on this shit. And then on our show, give me zero fucking respect when it comes to knowledge.
No, you're flipping it. The zero respect was on your part of saying like, you don't know shit about this. You don't know fucking. So
the difference is when I'm consistent. I don't come to you and ask for your help on contracts and then pretend you don't know anything about them. I just don't think you know anything about them compared to me. And I'm consistent with that. For you to come to me and ask for my help with legal shit and contracts and whatever, and then act like our knowledge level is the same is a dick move.
I don't think you're even. I think it's apples to oranges.
It's not.
It's a completely like retarded.
Yes, it's retarded because I'm
that
right.
It has nothing to do with anything.
It does have everything to do with what we're talking about. You can't come to me in our private friendship.
But I didn't say you don't know shit about contracts. You said that to me.
You fucking did. You just did. You see, you don't know any more than I do. I also do all these things. Well, then why are you coming to me for advice on this shit? Ever.
I said about specifically a football contract. You've never signed one.
Okay. Have you ever signed a television future?
Yeah, you had nothing to do. When was the last time you had a collective bargaining agreement stuff? That was the anecdote for that, of why that was even relevant.
Right. And
because that wasn't in when we had it.
And what was in the 2006 NFL collective bargaining agreement about media availability?
First of all, I was in college in 2006.
Okay, whenever.
I graduated until 2010.
Okay, whenever it was. What was the specific policy outlined about sideline reporter requirements for national broadcast games?
They didn't have to. They didn't have to. There was only media. That's all it was. Is media availability. That's it. It's media availability.
And you just think you can decide what that is,
bro. Again, you're the one that said, "I bet he would get fined if he refused," and I said he wouldn't.
He would. The article
and
from
I
the Post
just said he wouldn't.
From the Post says he's required to do the sideline.
Yeah, but you said you were pulling up the CBA, never did. You said all this stuff. Everything you quoted was from there. You said it's from their article.
Carl, I did pull up the CBA and had it on the screen.
And then I pulled up the thing that says they implemented a policy in 2021. That's why I didn't have, and that's why I didn't have. It's when under they increased the availability to media from 2021 because of COVID. And they basically, that's how they got people out of the locker rooms and started doing interviews all over the place.
Sure, but that has nothing to do. That has
That's
nothing.
what they're leaning on. They're saying, hey, it's part of it. It's been there since this time. So they can lean on, hey, you have an obligation to do the sideline thing. And you go, well, I could just see him in the locker room. And they're like, no. We're going to do it outside. Because that's how we've been doing it for the last 5 years.
Right, but you're pretending as if the location of media availability has anything to do.
It used to matter. That used to matter
with what the broadcast policy is.
Yes, it used to matter because they used to have to respect it. It's a two-way street. That's hence the word entitlement. The whole thing started about demand and entitlement from media.
Hold on.
And even the verbiage from the NFL is about meeting media demand for interviews.
If you're going to keep doing this, I'm going to pull it up.
This is taking too much of our time.
Well, it's taking. I ain't got shit to do. What are you doing? You busy? You don't have time for this?
Yeah, I don't want to do this for another 2 hours.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, because you'll never concede. You never even. This is the other thing that's annoying. Is you never go, I could be wrong. You don't even go, I could be wrong. You refuse. You fucking refuse outright. This is the same thing I've told you. Anytime we've ever gotten an argument and I'm right, you just never address it again. You don't go, yeah, you're right, I was wrong about that. You never come back around. You just go into a quiet hole and pretend it never happened.
Yeah, you still betting that he's going to get fined on something you have to prove?
What happens when I pull up the fucking thing and I find the exact CBA thing?
You still like just like when you brought up Marshawn Lynch and Gronkowski, I told you why they got fined and why they didn't. I said, what would happen if he didn't? I know it's a hypothetical, but what would happen? He told him no, and he just said, I'll see you in the locker room. He's not meeting their availability.
I've got the whole thing pulled up, and I'll put it on the screen so you can't fucking bitch about that.
I'm saying, what would happen?
We're going to find out. I have it. And we're going to look at it together in real time. Get the fucking contrition ready, buddy. This is the actual CBA. This is from Over the Cat. Can you see it? Can't read it, so I don't know why you care. On-field microphones. So this is the first thing about broadcasts in this portion of the CBA. Section 13, on-field microphones. During NFL games and for the express purposes of creating NFL programmings, NFL films will be permitted to put microphones on any players.
That's about being mic'd up.
Okay, great. We're going to go through all of it. During the regular season, each starting quarterback will be required to wear a microphone at least once, and no player will be required to wear a microphone for this purpose more than 4 times during the course of any regular season. There will be no limitation with respect to the number of times a player can be required to wear a microphone during the preseason or postseason. None of the sound captured for this purpose can be used during the game in which the player is mic'd without the player's permission, and unless such prior permission is given, none of the captured sound can be used until viewed and approved by the player or his selected team representative who have the right to embargo any material he deems extremely sensitive or inappropriate. Players may also embargo for a limited time material deemed to be confidential or that might place the player or team at a competitive disadvantage. Players or their selected team representative must advise NFL Films of any material they wish to have embargoed within 24 hours of receiving material. So theoretically, this would include play calls or things like that are scheme specific.
It's all NFL film shit.
Okay. For the television broadcast of all NFL preseason, regular season, and postseason games, NFL Broadcasting on behalf of the league's network television partners can require offensive linemen to wear microphones embedded in shoulder pads in order to capture ambient sound from the playing field. The pads will be wired by NFL film-trained technicians. Microphones will be opened after the offense breaks the huddle and will be closed a few seconds after the snap of the ball. At no time will the microphone be open when the players are in the locker room, huddle, or the team bench areas, and all transmissions will be encrypted. Audio captured in accordance with this provision will only be used in live ambient audio mix of that particular game. It's interesting, as a lineman, you didn't bring this up. from your time in the league when you knew your contract very well. The NFL will require its television partners to agree to use best efforts to refrain from broadcasting any captured audio that contains inappropriate or sensitive content. This is also how they get linemen, I'm assuming, how they get linemen saying shit, when there's like a scrum or whatever. It's like, how did they hear that? Or how could anybody pick that up? It's probably these microphones that are in the pads. Their failure to do so shall result in a loss of the right to broadcast such audio in the future. So if that's like more like an FCC thing. So interesting. Sensors. For purpose of this, sensors shall mean any sensor device or tracking device worn by an individual player used to collect, monitor, measure any metric they're required. NFL players that wear equipment during games that collect sensors information, so that's required. This is all about sensors.
That's all new shit.
Fines, second and subsequent years, arbiter fines, prior side letters, club strength and conditioning coaches, club players, and player engagement. Let's see. Yeah, public statements. This is a broad and overreaching policy. The NFLPA and Management Council agree that each will use, this is called a mutual non-disparagement clause, agree that each will use reasonable efforts to curtail public comments by club personnel or players which express criticism of any club, its coach, or its operation or policy, which tend to cast discredit upon a club, a player, or any other person involved in the operation of the club.
You get
so
fined.
Well, it doesn't say that they'll be fined. Just says that they're not allowed to do it.
And that was my point of what I was trying to bring up before. There are things that they'll fine players for that they didn't agree to, and it's happening now, that they are fining players for penalties that are committed on the field. Like guys that got a late hit or some shit like that, they're also fining them in addition to it.
Well, isn't that
never been happen? No, it's never been happen. They only get hit with fines if it was like an egregious something, like an unnecessary roughness or
yeah, but was the rule that it had to be an unnecessary roughness for a player to get fined?
Yeah, some type of shit like that. It had to be a misconduct or something like that.
So it had to be ruled an NFL.
And now they're fining dudes for like things that you would essentially pay the penalty for on the field during the game.
Right. So what about the perfect fines?
Like he would be those are the ones that they deemed like, hey, these are egregious hits. And on the field they were deemed like targeting or whatever. He got ejected for those. That's not like disputable or crazy. But the fact that a dude is getting like
right, but what's interesting is when you look at the fine list for Vontaze Burfict, it will specify that he had unnecessary roughness hits on Antonio Brown and James Conner, but it doesn't say necessarily that he was penalized for all of these. So you're saying that up until a certain point, they had to be penalized to also be fined, and now they can be fined for things they're not penalized for?
I'm sure there's cases where they weren't penalized and got fined.
So that's not new.
But now they are getting fined for just run-of-the-mill penalties. These are not penalties of like a perfect hit. This is like guys getting defensive holding calls or some goofy shit like that.
Somebody's been
late in the game.
Somebody's been fined for a PI?
Dude, look this shit up, dude. They're fining guys. Oh, roughing the passer. Even ones you're like, come on, dude, what is this? Not roughing the passer. They're fining guys for that. After they already gave him like egregious penalties of like, dude, that's not even roughing the passer. What are we talking about?
Okay, so this says NFL roughing the pass. This is the AI overview. Set at 17,000 for first offense, increased 23,186 offense for a second offense in the same season. With these fines coming in addition to the on-field penalty and being levied by the league after reviewing plays for violations like landing with full body weight on the quarterback or hitting the head neck area, players can appeal these fines, and the amounts can vary slightly based on these figures are standard starting points noted NFL operations. But it doesn't. None of this says what the requirement is for a fine to be levied.
Yeah, it's so ambiguous too. Like, so these guys.
Yeah, but this is the problem with legalese, is that any corporation is always going to want their policy to be broad and ambiguous so that they can apply it however they want. Do you have this pulled up? Are you there?
I'm trying to see this. And all it keeps showing me is all the fines that happen. And where do all the fines monies go? $400,000 in fines so far this as of November.
Let's see. Gang signing.
Like, look at this. A hip drop penalty in the game that they started enforcing, and they don't want guys to tackle like that no more when they're catching a guy from behind.
$17,389.
Nope.
Second offense is $23,186.
Are you talking about the hip drop penalty?
No, I'm saying this is what the violation fines are on the NFL operations website.
Bro, this shit is so messed up. They gave $100,000 fine for a hip drop penalty.
But was it a third offense or something like that?
Let's see. It was his third. It was Louvu from the Commanders. Frankie Louvu.
Yeah, that's why though, because it was his third. He's had a bunch of like those hip drop penalties and fines. By the way,
on his third one, he got fined $100,000. That's criminal. That's the one that Tom Brady said, learn how to protect your body. How was the guy supposed to tackle you when he's chasing you from behind?
Yeah. Also, according to the other interesting thing about the media policy is media like beat reporters and stuff are not allowed on the field after the game.
Correct. But they have locker room access.
Right.
That's why I got mad at the fucking Jets beats writers and shit that are in the locker room.
So that would be an obvious distinction that the sideline reporter is not included in the media that goes to the locker room because the converse is not permitted. So if
ESPN is allowed in the locker room though.
No, I understand as an entity, but a beat writer for ESPN is not allowed on the field with the ESPN television broadcast. They're just not permitted.
Right, you want those scraggly Erics,
right? I got
on TV,
but I'm saying that would carve out a distinction for the sideline reporter job, regardless of how necessary you think it is. They are the only ones allowed on the field post game to do any media interview.
Yeah, but even if it's Joe Blow or a woman, regardless, the job shouldn't exist. It's not because it's a woman. That's just who the network decides to put there. I didn't like it when it was Saragusa there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I like Saragusa being there.
No, dude, I don't like when they do Pat McAfee on the field. I don't like
John Madden was down there putting turducken legs in people's mouths and breasts.
He was doing that shit in the booth, and then they called him down.
No, he used to go down to the field. He'd pull it off. He'd go, hey, pull a leg there, and you do the thing. And
yeah, but that's Madden was coming down from the booth to do that, you know?
Yeah, well, he was going. Well, first of all, he was coming down to get one of them legs, or not. So it had nothing to do with that. It had to do everything with. You know, he's like, listen, I'm going to go get me one of those legs.
Listen, how do we eliminate them from football?
Yeah, I mean, again, you could just say I don't want bitches in football. That you've been saying that on this show for fucking 3 years. I don't know why we're trying to pretend.
Because I'm saying, what if can he just say no? If we want drama and controversy, why don't they just do this?
He could, but I'm going to tell you something. If that happens this year, if some bitch goes up to a sideline report, or the sideline reporter goes up to a player, and he says no interview, and he gets fined, I will crucify you on this show like fucking Passion of the Christ. It'll be an hour dredging.
What if he says meet me in the locker room?
Well, first of all, he's going to get fired for sexual harassment. That's what if he says meet me in the locker. You're not allowed to tell a bitch to meet you in the locker room.
Yeah, but we just said how the NFL is fining people for anything, even things they've already got penalties for on the field.
But this is where you and I would find common ground and agree. This is the problem with contractual employment agreements altogether, is when the corporation has the ability to leave their contracts vague and ambiguous, then it allows for this bullshit application of policy. Like
right.
That's
why they get in trouble when they leave the workplace.
Yes, this is the problem with like HR policies with companies in general, is because they go workplace behavior that makes someone uncomfortable. Well, a loud fart could make somebody uncomfortable. Is it sexual harassment?
It is when it's juicy.
So, well, yeah, that's my point. Is like it could be when they want it to be. That's the problem with the selective application of policy and vague and ambiguous contract writing. It's like, and this is the point you're trying to make, is going, well, it doesn't specify sideline reporters. And where I lean on my legal background and the lawsuits I've been involved in and all the shit I've dealt with, is what I'm telling you is it doesn't have to. That's the problem with the way these contracts are written and things like the CBA are written and policies are written, is because it can just say media, and then the NFL tell you whatever the fuck that means to them that week.
Yeah, and that's the problem with all of it. The problem with all of it is the NFL saying, well, our product sucks and their product sucks, so we have a better product than them and they need us. So we have to meet this demand that they have,
right?
So that we can continue this bullshit. Because the NFL could easily go, no, I'm not going to fine our players for that.
Of course.
But then they would say, well, what's to stop anybody from even changing the channel from ESPN? And they go,
this is something that you have to concede, that as a football player, you believe the game is the product still. And I would tell you that I don't even think Roger Goodell believes that the game is the product. The media and the owner, I don't know about the owners, some of the owners, but the media and all the people that run the NFL and everything else, they're looking for the story. They want the drama. They want to know about fucking Jalen Hurts' all-women management team. To be honest, I don't think the NFL gives a fuck about the game anymore. I think they think the game is a byproduct, is the table that the dinner
that's
sits
what you
on.
get when you got women making up stories on the sideline.
Listen, I'm just saying, I'm telling you, it's once they started saying that the NFL is a product, and by the way, isn't it listed as a sports entertainment product and not a league?
Yes. That's why the conspiracy theorists think it's scripted.
It could be. That's the point. So if you don't want people to think it's scripted NFL, then get rid of that. Don't be a sports entertainment product. Then you might
well, that's for tax purposes.
Right.
So we can use taxpayer money to still fund our illegal gambling ring.
Wasn't that distinction about gambling? Is that distinction of them not being a sports league is so that they couldn't get RICO'd for fixing games?
Yeah.
That's why they're a sports entertainment product, because if they weren't a sports entertainment product, you could get RICO'd the same way the fucking NBA guys are getting RICO'd for fixing games.
They're doing it. They had to catch them with poker games and shit.
Yes. No, but they're going to prosecute. I mean, what I read, they're going to prosecute these guys for fixing NBA games.
There's Temple basketball players that were shaving points. Did you see that shit?
No, but I believe it. Fucking shaving points. I didn't think they were scoring enough to shave.
It's just they used to go on that. We would have that speech. It was Michael Franchise or whatever his name is, and he would come and talk to each one of us, our schools, and he always said the same thing. I would put money in their pocket at dinner. I would tell him, "Hey, you scored like 28 points normally. Let's say you do that. Well, you scored tonight 23. Huh?
Yeah.
There's 10 grand in your pocket. Who's better than you?"
Yeah.
And you're just like, all I got to do is just score 3 less points.
Or miss. Do you know how
Yeah.
easy it is to miss?
Dude, basketball, that's a sport where the guy who's betting on the game has the ball in his hands too. That's fucking nuts.
Do you think there were more white guys in the 60s in basketball because it was easier to fucking fix games? It had nothing to do with racism. And now they're just like, listen, if we have 3 or more white guys, they're going to know we're trying to lose. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, they were just like, what are we going to have Negroes on the team? And obviously it's white guys. And the white guys are just like, oh no, another brick. Uh-oh. And there's like mobsters over there just like counting money on the fucking side of the court.
Yeah, another 3-on-3.
What?
You're like,
Found out that white guys were actually incredible at basketball. They just been cheating and shaving points and making money for a
that's what Larry Bird was, just the only white player that wasn't shaving points.
The only white. Well, he was like a really religious guy, right? So he was just like, I don't cheat.
think he was.
I always tell the truth. And didn't he say that? And when he chopped down the apple tree?
Yeah, Superman did that, right?
Yeah. It was Larry Bird, Jesus,
Clark Kent.
and George Washington, all the same guy.
Clark Kent.
Yeah.
The hick from Salt Lick, French Lick, Indiana.
Is that where he's from?
That's how they named that fucking place.
Yeah. Did you watch, speaking of basketballs, did you watch Caitlin Clark on David Letterman? She can get it. That's where we'll end this episode.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, not that she would have it, but she
because you're like into her like accomplishments and shit.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with it. No, it has nothing to do with her achievement or her competitiveness. I think she's got it. I think she could get it.
You're saying you just find her attractive.
Yeah.
Like you would turn on the TV and go, man, that Caitlin Clark is sexy.
Yeah. I'd take her over a lot of the other ones. Yeah.
You mean other WNBA players or just women athletes?
Yeah. And I can't say that it's not because black women hate her. I think that's part of it for me.
I think it's doing a lot for you. You're just doing a lot of the heavy lifting. You're like, man, black chicks hate this girl. I think she's kind of...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's 50%. You might think it's 90%, but the fact that she seems to be their kryptonite doesn't...
We're just all in agreement. It's more than 30%.
It's at least 3/5. I can tell you
definitely some percentage going on.
At least 3/5. It's at least 3/5. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, no, it's I'm into it. 6 foot tall. You wouldn't date her. She's too tall for you. 6 feet.
I know. That's not hot.
It's so weird that you got all that extra size and you won't let them come up to your level even that much. And they say, I'm a misogynist. You can't even be 8 inches shorter than me. Carl Spitali.
I mean, they can.
I'd date a chick that's 6'3". I'd date a chick taller than me. I wouldn't care.
That's not sexy to me.
Well, it don't have to be sexy to you. She's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
My imaginary girlfriend. What are we talking about?
Listen, you're going to need to start putting on some clothes that are like make you more sexy. You know, dress sexy.
What is that all?
Why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this? This is your 6'3" girlfriend that I'm.
Oh, that's what she sounds like?
I imagine she has a big, deep voice like this. Hi.
Well, wait.
I'm 6'3". I'm a woman.
Does Elizabeth Debicki have a deep voice? Hold on,
I don't know who that is.
She's a 6'3" actress. You're telling me
There's
you would
6'3" actress?
Yeah, dude, the chick from Tenet. She's 6'2", I guess. You don't know
Brienne
her?
of Tarth?
No, that's a different broad. Different one. This one's hot.
Dude, once they're at 5'11", they're not hot.
No, this one's hot. Well, that's hot. Hold on, I got this. I'm going to pull it up for you. Again, I don't know why my fucking browser is never logged in. Oh, it's because I'm not logged in.
Black Friday gift cleans your retainer at the touch of a button. No more brushing or tablets.
Oh,
over 4 years ago, our team of engineers knew there had to be a quicker.
Skip.
And also, especially with Diana, there is so much like
that thing's 6'3".
No, that's Emma
you don't really know
Corrin.
where to.
It's so
The blonde one. She's 6'3".
It is wild.
This conversation will now go on for the
Uncharted.
next 6 hours.
See a lot of panic faces in the room.
Look how long that bitch is.
You don't like that? You'd rather have this little elf-looking thing, right? With a little pixie haircut. What is this?
Actors on actors. They're gonna scissor.
Fuck
Hi.
music.
Here we are.
Well, actually, they look like they're about to fuck.
Completely, yeah. I feel like I'm having a massive blank, and
I
then I just realized.
Oh, she's
I read
from
some
Guardians
stuff
of the Galaxy.
online.
Yes.
I read some of the
Yes.
interviews that you've done.
You did?
I actually
She
did.
was
yeah.
the
Wow,
I
that's
thought it
golden
might serve
lady
as
or whatever.
Inspiration for what
The
to
gold
ask, and then
bitch.
also things
Yeah.
that haven't been asked before.
Okay.
But I
You've come
realized
extremely prepared. I'm very impressed.
no, it was honestly like two things.
Okay,
Because also I don't have any subscriptions to any of the news sites.
Yeah, I don't.
I read the title.
Yeah,
But
we don't need to watch
I realized that
this.
we had a similar.
Elizabeth Debicki height. Do you have any pictures to show her height?
6'2".
There you go. That's her with Mark.
Bitch is big as fuck.
Yeah.
Is that Robert Downey Jr. she's with?
I don't know who the fuck that is on the right. That says 6'2". This is her with the Great Gatsby cast, I guess. Broadway
She
cast.
puts the great in that shit. Boy. That
There you
bitch
go.
is
There's her with a bunch of other broads. But you at 6'2", you wouldn't? That's a 10. She's a 10 at 6'2". You still got 6 inches on her. Hello?
Yeah, but then we just both long on the couch.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? You're gonna need a bigger couch.
Yes.
I would need a bigger couch.
I just can't. And then it's not cute. She's trying to wrap up my baby. I'm cold. That long ass leg. Who can warm that bitch up?
You
Big
could do
long
it.
bitch.
You could do it.
Trying to cuddle Jack Skellington.
Dude, what's wrong with that?
Is he? Well, he's a guy, so.
I mean, first of all, if that had a dick, you'd be like, okay, I guess I can.
No, that's what makes it more. It makes it. It gives tranny vibes, dude.
I don't think so.
When they're tall like that, dude. In this day and age, dude, I need the Carfax.
No, well, sure, but I mean,
I need the Carfax.
listen, you got to look out for the Ellen Pages. Like those are the transes. The little ones are the transes. Those are the ones that are sneaky. But she doesn't have a deep voice. You thought she was going to be like, "Hi, everybody, I'm Brianna."
It's borderline like that.
It's not. No, it's not.
I was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, that's not what she sounds like at all. It's very ladylike.
It's very ladylike because I'm a lady.
Yeah, you're 6'2". She's literally like a 6'2". She looks like the chick from Stranger Things, but 6'2". All right, well, I'll walk around with a 6'2" bitch. I don't. I'll look like Danny DeVito next to Schwarzenegger with a hot bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't know what you're talking about. First of all,
looks like she would wear Arnold's outfits from that shit. Anyways,
that's fine. I would wear.
That
I
bitch
would
should be rocking a blazer, and you're wearing a little tiny pink polo.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? You don't think
as long as you rock that fucking ponytail.
Yeah. What was his name? His name wasn't Julius. That was
Julius.
What was his name? Or no, it was what was it?
Victor? No.
There we go.
Yeah, it's Victor. It's Vic and Jules.
Julius and Vincent. Yeah.
Do you know why? That's why what she calls her name.
Photoshop our faces on this, and then I'm going to make this our background.
They're named that in Pulp Fiction because of this movie.
Vincent and Julius?
Uh-huh.
Really? I did not know that. Fun fact.
Vincent Vega and Jules.
Well, Julius and Jules aren't the same names.
It's a nickname, you cocksucking pig.
Mr. Pink is a nickname. But anyway, yeah, this could be me and my future bitch. I'll be the DeVito. She could be the Arnold.
Oh, look how you're leaning on him.
Yeah. Yeah, I would do that. I would lean on a tall bitch.
That's you seen the line challenge?
Yeah. The person
fail.
Straight line.
The green line, you would fail.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. That's something that fucing incels invented to try to make themselves look better in pictures or something.
No, dude, it's the chemistry. It seems like it never lies. It nails it.
Yeah. I don't think you've ever seen a picture of me with my head on a woman's shoulder, but I've never dated one tall enough. I might. Who knows?
That's on like the bicep.
Well, yeah, but that's, first of all, it's like photoshopped.
I don't think you could stand that far away from them and they bear your weight.
Well, you mean she would have to. She's going to, first of all, any broad with me, she's going to have to bear the weight.
I know, but she'd have to lean against the wall or something.
Yeah, that's fine. No
like
problem.
that doesn't look like they're leaning against the wall. And look how far his legs are and the lean.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually leaning on him in real life in this photo. I think they just.
I think you have to shorten up that.
I think he's leaning on a wall and they just photoshopped this.
I think.
That's what I think.
I think you see that one with the sky in the background. You don't have to lose the twins graphic.
Oh, okay. You're saying just use that one and then
Yeah,
put
the blue sky one on the.
All right.
It's like the one to the left.
Sounds
All
like
right, we got plenty of stuff to do.
It sounds like we got some sort of agreement.
Let's see. To recap, I was wrong about the CBA. I was wrong about crying Mexicans. What is that?
Oh, I was going to tell the story about the crying Mexican kid in my car and how men are fucked in this neck, but I think we've covered it. I think we've.
Yeah, dude, we're good.
I think we've. I think we can park that one for the next time. Yeah, it was a fun. Josh Denny fan just trying to stir the pot. Carl was wrong about Pulp Fiction. Okay, let's not get into this again. He was right about Bruce Valanche. I think we could.
That is funny.
All right.
That is the truth about Pulp Fiction. Vincent and Jules are named after twins.
Take the win. Take the you were right about Bruce Valanche win. Let's get out of here. Thanks, everybody. Go to patreon.com or / the Big Uglies podcast or www.thebiguglies.com to support us over there. We'll see you guys next Tuesday.